Hello, hello, hello. We are live.
How you guys doing?
So far we got Keith in the chat and Pocket Women. How's it going, Pocket Dubs? Oh, let's get set up so that we can pick something. I've been struggling like I shouldn't be this week. I mean, I just shouldn't be.
I go back and forth on the struggle bus. It's kind of weird.
I pick red belt and black belt locks like it's going out of style.
Oh, I'm not
I,
there
I've
yet.
been,
I'm working on
I've
them.
been, me- I've been messing with this purple belt uh, ASA Max Plus restricted. It's purple belt level lock, and I've been just struggling.
Nice. I don't have an open yet on this Goal Z, so I figured I'd mess with it a little bit on camera, see if I get the open, and
Yeah,
hopefully, if I get the open, you'll then put me full screen and I'll gut it real quick.
that is absolutely what we can do.
But
I'm
you're
gonna
still in
grab
full
my
screen at
better
the moment,
voice. Oh shit!
so
Want it?
I'm not messing with it until I can be seen. There you go. All right.
Go for it.
If I can save myself a video, right? One less
Yes.
recording I have to deal with. I tried picking this last night, and so I took all the pins out except for pin 1 because you guys can see this has pin 1, pin 2, and pin 7 are all max lift. It is painful, so I took everything out except 1 just to see with the tensioner here because it does block the front if I could even get 1 set. And I can get 1 set. It's just a serious pain. So now that I have 3 max lifts, now I'm more concerned. All the pins are in this right now, so we'll go ahead and give it a try. But I find the Goal P. So the Goal P I can open fairly easily. The Goal P is like same with this. I think very 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 light tension. So
I'm the exact opposite of that. I can open the Goal Z, my Goal P, no dice.
I have a 9-second open on my Goal Z on my Goal P. And I could probably get that down to 5 if I or less if I really spent the time.
So it's just like a one click on everything.
No, it's multiple clicks. I just know how far to push each pin, kind of thing.
Okay.
So it's muscle
Muscle
memory at that
memory.
point. Yeah.
Well, let's see if we can open a Goal P today.
So you go for
Probably
the P, I'll
not.
go for the Z. Go for our hardest
That's what
ones
I
here.
should. That's what I should do. I should go with the Z to get my confidence up, and then go to the P and get smacked down. Oh, let's do that. Let's go with the Z.
What's really interesting is I was using counter rotation yesterday to try to set this, and I'm using clockwise rotation today.
Yeah, I picked mine clockwise as well.
I usually do clockwise, but in feeling the key, I thought maybe I'd have better luck doing counterclockwise because the key kind of binds up a little bit going clockwise. And I was like, I'll just try doing counterclockwise and see if that does anything for me.
There we go. I have a particular pick. It's like my lucky pick for the Z.
Mine too. The Moki, the middle one for the Moki on the P. The Z, I'm having to use multiple different Moki picks here.
This one. I'm curious what you're using the tension the Z. Is it a bar?
I'm using the tension tool from the Reaper set, the 32,000s.
Okay. All right.
Not the QA.
See, I use a bent wiper insert.
Oh, nice.
Oh, let's check. Okay, here. Thought maybe Wolfgang was waiting in
There we go.
the wings, but he is not yet.
You use Restream, okay. I was using
do.
SteamYard yesterday to do mine, or not yesterday, but the day before.
Yeah, I started with StreamYard, and it's fine. It's just it's a fine program. It works just fine. But for the free version, you're limited to 20 hours of streaming per month, which is not
Yeah.
enough for me. So I was like, oh, okay, well, I'll just pay for the $25 program or whatever. And right when I went to upgrade, they raised the price to $45 a month. And I was like, yeah, no, I'm not going to do that.
Man.
Yeah, it's $45 a month for the lowest plan.
It's less than that now. I was looking yesterday. I think it's back to $20 a month, but it's still, and they have another one that's like $37 a month or something like that.
I wonder if people complained and then they walked it back.
Probably.
Because it was definitely, they sent out emails and everything to people. Like, hey, by the way, your plan's going up this coming month.
They probably lost too many people.
I might go back if I can get it for $20 a month. Just because more people are familiar with it. I mean, Restream is basically the same. I mean, it looks really similar and the functionality is identical.
Nice.
But people do have a lot of audio issues with StreamYard.
I haven't messed with the Restream at all. Actually, I used it before, but I would send it from Discord, or not Discord, from OBS.
Okay.
To Restream and have Restream essentially split it to Twitch and YouTube at the same time when I did Twitch. Long time ago.
Another life, right?
Exactly.
Hey, Ghost, how's it going? Yeah, Ghost and Stu is in the chat. How about that?
I keep trying to read from the bottom up instead of the other way around.
Yeah, I end up just setting up a second iPad. That way I can see it while I'm sitting because I'm using my phone for the camera.
Gotcha.
I eventually got to set up. I bought a laptop so that I could start streaming from that, and I just never get around to setting it up.
Yeah, see, this is super easy to go this way, but going this way, it kind of, I don't know, it feels a little clunky almost.
Okay.
Clockwise. But counterclockwise is nice and smooth. I don't know why that is.
You're resetting.
So I'm wondering if I should go counterclockwise because it's easier to go this way.
If it seems like it's harder to overcome the ball bearings in one direction, yeah, I would go the other way.
Just I'm not used to tensioning that direction. But we'll see. We'll see. Be nice to get my first black belt open.
I'll tell you, I was so excited. Oh my god, I had the shakes and everything.
I don't have a red belt open here yet, so
I was brand new to YouTube too.
Nice.
Yep, it was. I went on my very first live stream with Lady Locks, and I was messing with my ASA 700, and I had the 6th pin in it, and I got it open on the screen with her, and she said, "Okay, it's time to put in that 7th pin, and let me give you some advice. Don't pick at it unless you have your camera going." And I said, "Oh, okay, ha ha ha." And that evening, I was watching TV with my wife, sitting on the couch, just picking with a vise in my lap. And I opened it.
With
And
the
I'm
camera
like,
going?
No!
Of course not. Of course
I
not.
was like, son of a bitch, she was right. So I immediately walked over, set up the camera, and tried picking it right then. And it took me, I would pick for like 10 or 12 minutes and then shut it down, start over. 10 or 12 minutes, start over. 10 or 12 minutes, start over. I did that, I think, 4 times before I got it open. Because after like 12 or 15 minutes, it's like, okay, I may or may not get this. Let's restart.
Yeah. I do 30 minutes typically before I reset my video. Although I went yesterday, I was like, screw it. I went a full hour before deleting the video. But yeah, I was like 30 hours in on recording and picking on the West 916. So I don't know what this one's going to take me. I didn't think this would be as difficult, honestly. I thought it'd be much more similar to the Goal P. And it kind of is. I think it's just the bidding on this is difficult.
Wish I could tell you how it compares, but I've never gotten my Gold P open.
Are you looking at the key and trying to read the key by chance?
I have been looking at the key because the key is intimidating on my P. I don't know if I showed it to you.
Yeah.
Okay, because
I don't think you showed me the P. You showed me the Z.
Okay, let's try not to lose the pins I got set on this. There it is.
It doesn't look too bad.
The problem is getting under pin number 3 to hit that max lift in 6. Because I keep getting, I'm using a 15th thou pick, but it keeps getting wedged in between the warding.
Yeah.
Oh, I think Wolfgang's here. Hold on. Let's go fetch him. Wolfgang, what's up, bro?
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening. Wie geht es Ihnen heute?
Wie geht es Ihnen heute? Ja, ganz gut. Wie geht's Ihnen?
Gut, gut. Alles gut.
You speak German normally, or was that everything?
I do speak German, yes.
You do speak German, okay. Where are you from?
The U.S.
Oh, from the U.S., okay.
I just like languages.
Good, good, good. I'm also into languages.
Nice.
Okay, now we got some guys making me look bad.
Oh, didn't you say you were from the Netherlands and not Germany, Wolfgang?
Oh no. Originally I'm from Slovakia, basically.
Oh, okay.
Nationality Hungarian, basically. So I speak Hungarian. And then, yeah, picked up English in a pretty early age.
Nice.
And then when I came here in Austria, I couldn't even speak German. So they asked me, "Hey, what's your name?" And I couldn't even tell them. So.
And you have a very German Austrian name too, which is awesome.
Oh, it's a don't worry about that. That's a nickname.
Okay.
It's an alias.
So when you went to Austria, you couldn't speak any German. You're like, we're just going to call you Wolfgang.
Definitely, you can do that. For the me as Wolfgang. All right.
Come on, open.
So what are you working on tonight?
Tonight I'm going to open these 6 because I'm practicing these for a video.
Ooh, nice.
I wanted to bring in a third one, but the problem with the third one is both locks are pretty hard to pick. The ABUS, the red one, the 7240, and the 7240 brown. The brown one is from the USA. You can't get these in Europe, unfortunately. Also has a different kind of a top here. This I'm not sure how to call this, like a forehead. So as you can see, these are now nice and flat. But the ones from the US, they're kind of hollowed out. I'm not sure. They are like a small. There's like a small slope there. I'm not sure. But yeah, so I'm leaving these two out. The black one is kind of easy to open, but I don't have space for it, so I'm just sticking to these. Anyways, it's going from white to purple, because purple is the belt that I'm going for. So, yeah, it's a nice order.
Nice.
I have
What are
one
you guys
pin
working
here.
on?
So I'm on the goal Z. I believe Ray is on the goal P.
I am actually picking at the goal Z as well.
Oh,
I
okay.
figured I would get this open. It would give me good confidence, and then I could move on to the P. Problem
Well,
is that I have not gotten it open yet. So
I was on I think it was on my stream earlier in the week, and somebody was working on a SFIC, and they were having issues hitting one of the shear lines, and so I pulled mine out, and I hadn't picked to both shear lines because it was a new core, and I did it on stream within 5 minutes, like both shear lines, and they were like, "All right, now you just make me feel bad." So if you get that open, it won't necessarily encourage me unless you can actually give me some additional feedback here.
the best feedback is to pick every pin, and when you feel like you have everything out of the counter milling, small bumps. No more hard pushing because you will overset in a minute. So that's where I'm at right now. I'm at the bump stage, and it's like because it's pain for sure because it's like okay, you're touching the pins very softly so you don't overset, but you're still trying to get them to move. So it's like a pain in the butt trying to balance. Come on. Which one's holding this up here?
Let's try a deep blue hook.
5. I think it might be 5. I'm not getting a jiggle off 5, so that might be it. Let's check anything else while we're here. Mm. Oh my goodness. Everybody's concentrating.
Yep.
Well,
Dead
I'm
quiet.
counting the pins.
You can always tell when people are like really concentrating because everything goes dead quiet. It's like, huh.
Always, always.
I mean, the thing is, well, while you're picking locks, the problem is you always talk like, things that are in front of you. It's not that really entertaining because you're concentrating with half of your brain on the lock. It's kind of hard to entertain people while picking locks. That's my conclusion.
Well, if it's a lock that you're actually trying to, you're struggling on to open, and you're trying to, like right now, I'm trying to do this for my red/black belt, right? So yeah, I'm spending a lot more focus on it. If I was to grab and explain the difference between green belt locks, I can sit there and do that all day because I don't have to put as much focus and effort into what I'm doing. I know what to expect, and I can kind of walk people through what to expect on this particular lock kind of stuff. But yeah, I think you're right. When you're actually focusing, you kind of stop thinking about what you're doing, everything else, and you're trying to put all your effort into what am I feeling? Does this look right? Does it feel right? Did I overset something?
Exactly.
And why am I still dropping pin 7? In my case,
Yeah, things like that.
why is pin 7 dropped? Is it all the way set? I know it's a high lift. Do I have to go higher than what I'm doing now? Actually, I think that was a set on that, finally.
Let's try and get in there with a short hook from the middle.
You dirtbag. I'm caught in the middle of a ping pong game now. I went a little overzealous and I dropped pin number 7. Now I'm ping pong.
That's no fun ever.
Nope.
Oh wow, I overset. That never happened before.
Somebody rake something. Charles, I will rake you something here. Give me it. I think I'm really close to getting an open on this. I always think that, though. So give me a few minutes. If I don't get an open on this in the next 10 minutes, I will start pulling
Unfortunately,
stuff out and raking up.
All right, let's grab Packlock 98 Pro and let's see if we can rake it.
There you
which
go.
one can be raked? Yeah. Some
Pretty
of these-
sure that I have one particular one that's rakeable.
I've actually never tried to rake mine. I spend 90% of my time, probably more than 90% of my time, almost 100% of my time doing single pin picking. So my raking skills aren't the greatest.
Me too.
I did see a video that resurfaced today, I guess because it's getting close to Halloween, from Lockpicking Lawyer, where he used a automatic pumpkin carver. I don't know if you guys saw this, and stuck a rake in it and was able to rake locks with that. I thought it was pretty cool.
Huh. Has he managed to pick one of those old Soviet locks with a carrot? You mentioned something about picking locks with a carrot.
I don't know about that, but that wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, I saw his video saying that he thought that he could, that he never tried it though.
His skills would outshine anything I could possibly do. And if he said that he could look at a lock and it would open, I would believe him.
Tell you what, that would be a one popular video, that's for sure.
Aloha, Iron Creation. We're gonna get you on some of these streams at some point.
Lock picking lawyer, maybe making carrot salad and opening locks.
That would
be
not surprise
hilarious.
Speaking of people coming on the stream, just a heads up to anybody in the stream, if you're interested in coming on, I always post the link to my stream in the description of the video. That way, if anybody wants to come join, just come join. Always be respectful of people. Other than that, you have freedom to do whatever you want. If you want to come on, just black screen and just talk to us, that's perfectly fine. If you want to come on with a hands video like we do, that's fine too. If you want to just walk around, man, I've had Stu on stream with me where he's walking around the city he lives in. So just come on and freaking hang out. Do whatever you want. Okay. I think it's this one. Nope. Nope. That one. Okay.
Oh man, the silver one has one mean bidding. Probably the hardest of all of these 6.
I only have one 98 Pro that I think is rakeable, but it does not have a lock body, so I got to swap it out.
I only have 198 Pros, so I always wanted to. I had planned on getting a 98 Pro and turning it into a challenge lock, but I haven't done that yet.
I had that same plan because it for a long time it was my favorite lock. When I was like around, green, blue belt level, it was like, oh, these locks are freaking great. I love it. I like picking it all day long.
I'm still trying to get my certification for the 200K club. I still don't have that yet, but we'll see. I picked it, sent it in. They just haven't mailed it yet, I guess.
Well,
Yeah, I was.
it just takes them like 3 or 4 weeks to respond.
Yeah, they responded and said they were at a conference, and then to hit them back mid-October, and I emailed them a couple weeks ago and didn't get a response yet. So,
Yeah, see, I was in like the first wave of people to put in. It was before they ever posted anything.
oh, nice.
Because I saw a video of somebody getting the patch because they did this a couple years ago, maybe a year ago, something like that. But they kind of stopped doing it, and I contacted them. Was like, hey, are you still doing this? Do you have maybe a couple of them laying around? And they were like, yeah, sure, send it in. And I sent it in to them, and then they posted for people. So this was back in April. I got mine.
Nice.
I was like brand new. I was shiny new.
I also got mine pretty recently, I think in September, last month.
All right, let's try some Jimmy Long's rakes. See if we get this thing raked open.
The other thing with these is figuring out binding order because stuff drops all the time. It's one of the reasons why I'm not messing with the 917 right now either. It's just that binding order.
That's the 20 pinner.
Yeah, I have one. I have it literally. Oh no, this is the Miwa UR. I have a Miwa UR, a Miwa U9, the 917. I picked the 916 and the Goal Z here. And then I have the Goal P, which is brown.
Yeah, I also have the U9, and I have 1, 2, 3 V18s.
I don't have a V18. Somebody just sent me a Asa Desmo. I haven't tried picking that yet either.
How many sliders? 8?
I think it has more than 8.
Really, more than 8? Wow.
Yeah.
I want to get my hands on an Asa Twin. One of these days. All right, I feel like I'm in a false set, so I feel like there's like a pin left.
I feel like this is like angle of this feels like it should be open. I'm like, come on, there's like got to be one pin that's just catching here. Like, what the heck?
I'm not sure what's going on with cameras and locks, but they don't mix it too well. I managed to open all of these in 20 minutes while not on camera, and now I'm spending more than 20 minutes on one single lock.
That's how it works.
Yeah.
Locks get camera shy, no doubt about it. Stu, what are you doing to me? You got me sitting here raking a freaking pack lock. How did you do this? I wanted to feel good about myself on this stream.
Well, it was all right. Let's go pick the goal Z, and now let's rake a pack lock. Yeah, I don't think those are setting you up for success. There.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like setting myself up to freaking have a terrible day. I do have a particular lock that I've picked probably 50 times over the last 2 weeks. Actually, I just posted a video about it this afternoon.
Which one's that?
The ASA 700. I have a bunch of them pinned up to black, but I didn't have one pinned up to red.
Oh, nice.
So I had some gins, and I replaced the Christmas trees with gins, which made it a red belt pinning. And I picked it. I've actually picked it a lot because I love picking gins.
Yeah, that was nicely done. By the way, I want to comment on that video, but I forgot. That was a
Thank
nice
you.
picking there, Ray.
Thank you very much. I'm gonna go pick that. I need a confidence boost. What I was thinking, going to pick a pack lock to rake open. Let's rake open a master lock instead. How about that? That can give me a little confidence, right?
I have an orange belt you can rake in half a second.
God, I tell you, I've only ever owned one orange belt lock because I skipped a lot. So my first lock was a yellow belt lock, a Brinks padlock, and I went straight from no belt to yellow belt. And then I started buying green belt locks and skipped over orange belt.
Nice.
So I went from, okay, good, we got an open. Okay, so I went from straight to yellow belt, and then went from yellow, skipped over orange, went to green, then sat at green for a while because I wasn't doing my challenge lock. So I ended up skipping over blue and going straight to purple. And then I skipped over brown and went straight to red.
All right, I'm done with the black belt attempt for now. I'm gonna go get my bucket of locks.
Let's pick. There it is. Under my cat's ass. No wonder I couldn't find it.
All right, so let's see how many we can open with McTickler. I have
Nice.
not messed with a McTickler before, so.
Yeah, those were specifically
lowest,
designed
work
for low security locks, right?
Yeah.
From what I understand.
So I'll put all of our tensioners here.
Tell you what, I was hoping to get my package today from 44 Delta. I ordered, middle of last week, I ordered some Moki handles.
Oh, nice.
And then I ordered some handles for Genesis picks, Echelon picks. I ordered one more for the Reaper unnumbered so I could put it with my set that I keep in my bag. And a couple other assorted things, but I wanted to have it for the stream today. And I'm like, why is this package not moving? I ended up sending him an email, and he's like, I sent that a long time ago. And it's like, hey, there's no package. It's definitely not here, and it never moved in the USPS system. He ended up sending out a replacement package yesterday.
Nice. Yeah, I got Isamu sending me a package, and he sent me the tracking for it. And I live in Virginia, and it went from Utah to Virginia to Maryland, back to Virginia to further south in Virginia, and then went to Texas, went to Dallas, then El Paso, and now it's back in Virginia. And I'm like, is this thing just on a death spiral? Like, what the heck's going on here?
It's all on a US World Tour, I think.
Oh, pretty much.
Well, it's like it's in the backseat of a drug mule's car or something.
I mean, it would probably get here quicker if it was.
Okay, let's use. Oh yeah, that's what I'll use.
So what do you guys think of those Apex picks from CI coming out pretty soon, according to LPL?
I haven't looked at them yet.
LPL just uploaded a video. He was picking a shutter lock with one of them. He showed like the whole full set, the turning tools and everything installed.
Okay, so here's my opinion.
Oh, that's the wrong one. That's why.
I am assuming that they're gonna cost, because they said that there's gonna be 4 sets of 5 picks each.
I didn't realize there was different sets.
In the case, yes. So there's 20 picks total, and they're selling them in sets of 4 or sets of 5. I'm assuming that they're going to be, $55 or $60 per set, and then another, $60 or something for the case and turning tools and stuff. I'm thinking it's going to cost $300 to buy the Apex picks.
I think you were right. I saw something about them being 65, I think.
That would be more information than I have, because my guess was $55 per set, and then like $65 for the case and tensioners and stuff. I'm assuming it's going to be around $280 to $300 to get everything. It looks really nice, but that is steep. That's steep.
Apex, right?
Yeah.
Oh, it just says coming soon on here now. On a website. I was looking on the website seeing if they had the pricing listed.
They mentioned something like 3 or 4 sets coming out. I'm
Yeah,
just wondering
4 sets
if
of 5.
4 sets of 5. Okay. I'm just wondering if you can also buy the picks separately, because most of the sets could come with the same turning tools as you can get from CI right now. I believe LPL was using one of the turning tools from the Reaper set, and every one of these turning tools have their own slot in the case. Then you have stacked picks.
Yeah, that's what I heard, that the 5 picks come in their own little tray, and there's 4 trays with 5 picks each, but the case only holds 1 tray. So basically, you'll have 4 trays, and you'll say, "Okay, I want my
looks like
high
10
security
turning tools."
Pick." Yeah, there's a lot of people making assumptions about what it's going to be, and not very much information out there.
I'm not seeing any pricing online right now or anywhere else. I thought I had seen it, but I guess not.
My guess on price was based on what they priced everything else at. The Reaper sets, $55. Their etched sets are $55. I'm betting that it's going to be about $50 or $55. That would have them around the same price as Moki picks.
Yeah, kind of.
You know what I mean? Because these are like, what, 7-8 pounds, plus then you add a couple pounds for the handles or whatever. They're probably, $12, $13 a piece, $10, $12 a piece. I think that's where I'm going to settle, though. I love Mokis. They're fantastic. They're nicely polished. They're very slick, but they only come in 0.5 millimeter, 20 thou. I love Jimmy Longs, but you can never get freaking a hold of them. So I'm assuming that I'm going to by Apex, and that's where that's gonna be my everyday, go-tos.
Well, the case with Jimmy Longs, well, from what I heard, there's some change there. So he started to mass produce his picks. So from what I heard, that there's just rumors that this Black Friday he might start releasing some batches of those mass produced sets.
That is
Yeah,
exactly what I heard.
I heard
he was trying to get.
that he was stocking up right now and making them. So I think you're right.
That is exactly what I heard, that he wants to be set for the Christmas season, and that's what he's waiting for. Because I planned on buying them last Christmas season, and I was like, oh, those picks are pretty cool, and I didn't buy them. I was like, oh, I could buy them anytime, and then everybody on Earth decided that they loved them, and it was like, oh, okay, you can't buy them anymore. Awesome.
Oh boy. I'm also trying to get some of them. But
well, I was very lucky, and I was able to find somebody who had a extra pack of the flats in 23 thou and an extra set of the gems and diamonds. So I was able to buy those from him, and he didn't like screw me or anything. He just charged me, $20 a piece for them. I have a good variety of Jimmy Longs. I have no complaints there. It's just like I'm a little sore still because I didn't get the intermediate set, and I tried so hard. I was setting alarms and freaking waking up in the middle of the night to check the freaking site. It's like I could never get them. And then the one time I did get there in time to get them, I got them. I put them in my basket. And I went to pay for them, and then my screen errored out and said that the item is no longer in your basket because he sold out while I was trying to pay.
Wow.
Yeah, I have the multi-pick Sandman Elite set. I like those a lot. I have the Community Edition Dimple picks from multi-pick. I love those. I have the Moki Kabas. So these are amazing for picking goals. And then I have the Reaper set, I have the Arbiter set, and I have the Echelon set from Covert Instruments. And then I have the Silver Slims, Sliver Thins from Sparrow. So these are like crazy thin. I had a lock that I had to get some something in, and this is 15 thousandths.
Oh, aren't those the 12? Aren't they 12?
These
Crazy
are 15.
thing.
Oh yeah, you're right. These are 12s, 12 thousandths.
God, I'd be so nervous to even use them.
And then because I do tool events, I have literally hold on, I'll show you this. You'll love it. So this is filled with picks and turners.
Oh.
Oh, baby.
Yeah. And then I have like the actual like metal ones down here too. But I was painting them all with my color so that when you're at an event, you can see whose tools are whose, and you don't get them mixed up. This one has a little bit of red from somebody else on it previously, but now it's all blue on my side. And then the tool key, unlock all the tool locks. Those are the ones that you dump on a table and let everybody else just mess with and break.
Yeah, I mean, I got into lock picking right around the time that the Sandman started doing his videos. So I bought one crappy set. Well, it's not as crappy as most sets. I started with the Southward Slimline set, which, for some people would be fine, but for a first set, it was not fine at all. Because they are super, super thin shank. All right, good. We're open, so we can start talking. Um, but because of that, he started buying like all the best stuff, and I, of course, then had to go buy the best stuff too.
A
So
little witty
I
block.
started. Yep, I started with the Echelon and Genesis kit,
Yep,
and that's fine for a little while. You know what I mean? That
agree,
keeps you for a
100%.
little bit. And then I moved on to Jimmy Long's and started collecting those. So I have the flats in 23, the gems and diamonds in 23, all the 15s, round and flat. Then I got the basic and the starter set. So I have a good many Jimmy Longs. And then after that, I moved on to Bare Bones. And I bought a freaking crap pile of those too. I bought all their gem profiles because I like gems. So I bought their 5 gems, the fingers, the wishbones. And those are super nice picks.
I have another company's picks over off in the corner, which I didn't mention because I absolutely hate those picks, like with a passion.
I'm trying to think of who you didn't mention.
I'll put it this way: I gave my son, it's a giant kit of picks, and I bought it because I thought there'd be all different thicknesses, and there wasn't, or at least they're not labeled that way. And to the point where he won't use that, he'll use like the standard 5 tool kit. Here, I'll show you that one. So he'll use this instead, which is this kit.
Oh, the Genesis set.
Yeah, essentially it's a Genesis set, but it's the ones that Tool resells from Covered Instruments.
Oh yeah.
But he'll use
like
this
their
over that
essentials
kit.
or whatever.
Yeah. Essential kit, yeah, from Tool.
And the other one is like 100 and something picks and tensioners in it, and he won't even mess with that. So I wasn't able to quite rake this one, but I raked it and then I single pin picked the rest of it. So I think that kind of counts as a rake, maybe.
That's good enough. It's hybrid. It's fine.
This is the one I can usually, like, no problem get a hit on, even just putting it in there. I can almost always, although I don't use, there it goes. Orange. Let's try this. Oh, wait, this is dimple. Never mind. I'm not going to rake this dimple with these. I have a dimple rake somewhere. I just don't know where it's at right now. Actually, I think it's in this kit.
Speaking of dimple picks,
the Echelon set should have one.
Yeah, it does. I've never done a dimple rake before, so let's give her a try.
That's good.
Speaking of dimple picks, check these out.
Oh, Nigby
Those are awesome
did
looking.
some work, or did you do some work?
Nigby hooked me up.
All right, so this dimple rake doesn't even fit in the keyway, so yeah, I'm not going to be able to do it on this.
Oh, come on.
I do have some wood. I have a buddy who lives in the sticks, and he's getting me some wood for make handles for my own picks. Because I do have flags that I have made, but I have not made any handles for them yet. So these here, I just realized when I got them, I'm like, huh, that's what dimple flags are supposed to actually look like. And I was able to take all of my, Huck flags and Dongxi flags and slim them down more like this. And now they're like way, way better. Because I didn't realize how terrible they actually were. Because I'm horrendous at picking most dimple picks, dimple locks.
Yep, me too. That's why I went and bought
mean,
the community edition multi-picks.
I picked a couple interactives. I picked the multi-lock 7x7. I picked the Secure ME K22, which is like an 11 pin in 2 rows. But like, real good, high quality dimple locks like the D9, I can get it open 50% of the time. The V18, I have exactly 0 opens. I have 3 of them too, and I've got 0 opens on any of them.
Man,
And I picked a lot. Like when I'm sitting there watching TV with my wife, I have a vice in my lap and I'm picking. She never lets me forget it too. So
this lotto
going
is
on in the chat?
not meant to be picked, but or not raked anyway.
Lady Locks is here. How the heck's it going? Jeff and Things is here. I haven't looked for a few minutes. Not two. Frickin' still kicking. Ryan, thanks for coming. D-Mac. Frickin' D-Mac. Thanks for coming, man. I tell you what, I just picked a lock that I owe my ability to pick directly to you because I learned how to pick gins by watching your videos.
Well, yeah, DMAC had one of those interesting dimple raking videos. He raked one of those Yale Superiors. That was fun to watch.
He's a good
tried
picker, I tell you.
I tried to do mine, but the bidding on mine doesn't allow me to rake it.
Yeah. I don't even think I can get all the way to the back of this lock. There we go. This is why I single pin pick. I think I don't like raking. I'm way quicker with single pin picking.
Oh yeah, raking master 410. Yeah, good luck with that.
I know, right? Like, whatever. Here, we'll pick her normal. Actually, I want topic UA here because.
So I'm finished with these A buses. I'll probably rake a couple too. I have a collection of rakeable locks.
Well, I'll try raking my other ones too, but. Can I even? Am I hitting pins?
I just told Ray the other day that I keep an Excel sheet of all my locks that I picked, and I document how I picked them. So
You should
Nice.
see it. It is very, very meticulously recorded. It's really nice.
So I use that to organize my locks as well. So depending on what you need in order to pick them, I have containers and I separate them. Oh, come on, open up already.
Ooh,
I think I probably need a bigger hook.
something just happened. You got something happening here. The cord just moved a lot.
Which one's that?
This is the Goal P. I finally decided to vice it up and give it a go.
Ah, nice.
So yeah, I'm testing these rich picks from Lawlock tools. They are, I mean, these things slay Eurolocks like nothing. Amazing. Last week or before that, I think I picked like 5 different type of Iseos, like the F series, and some
Wow.
Abus locks, Eurolocks. Yeah, I
Let me
mean,
throw you up
only
full screen. Let me throw you
yeah.
up full screen to take a look at them.
Oh yeah, thank you. These are like 0.6 millimeter wide, but I mean these hook profiles, they are amazing. There
No
are
handle.
also no handle yet. I'm designing some handles for these. I haven't found any pre-made ones, unfortunately, that I could repurpose.
I tell you what, I know that the place to look to see if they have made ones is Bare Bones. They make a lot of handle scales for law lock tools.
Oh, yeah, these rich sets. These are these are a little bit different from the other ones. So they have the Pro and the what's the other one called? This is the Ridge. There's the Pro and there's the Valerian.
Yeah, I was looking
And
at the Ronin, I think, the other day.
yeah, wait a second. Let me try and open this one. Okay, come on, open up.
Yeah, their Ronin set looks really good because if I'm going to buy it, I definitely want to get them with handles.
So these are the ones with the Pro ones. But these have like a very nice thick handle. These are easier to use in my opinion. These are a little bit longer.
I'll know as soon as I see them if they're the ones that are offset. Yep, yep, those are them.
Yeah, exactly. So there are handles for these online, but not for the Ridge picks, unfortunately. Whereas the Ridge definitely needs some because these are not as wide as the Pro ones. So these are like very thin, laser cut. But they also come with a bunch of turning tools, and these were sold on a discount, like minus 50%. I think they might be still on discount. And you get
Yeah,
these 3 bottom of the keyway turning tools in different sizes, and 4 of these top of the keyway turning tools, 1 millimeter, 2 millimeter, 1.2, and 0.8. And I also bought these as an extra, the ergo turners. Yeah, you get a bunch of profiles. So all of these are 0.6 millimeter wide. You have these rakes like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 rakes of the different types. So wave rakes. There's like a Bogota here. There's an L rake, a city rake here, and also you have one of these hybrid ones, the Nessie, I think that's what it's called. The spoons. But yeah, the star of the set are definitely these hooks. I mean, these slay Eurolocks. These are amazing, in my opinion.
nice.
Look like nice profiles too.
They
Yeah,
do.
they are.
I think they were a lot of them were designed by Tapini. Very good lock picker. I think he's Australian. I think.
Let's try and open this blue lock.
Oh, I can't. What's holding me up here?
Oh, Ray, you can put back the default
Oh
if you
yeah.
want.
Thank you. I'm stuck. I'm not sure what. I'm not sure where to go. I feel like the only thing that's left is pin number 6, and I can't reach it.
Super, super, super light tension, by the way, on that. I don't know about this raking thing. I like single pin picking.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
mean,
thing is with raking, you need to check the bidding of the lock, and then
Yeah.
I read a book on this. There's this book. Wait a second, that came up from the No Starch Press, and I'm not sure who the author is, but they have pretty good descriptions on raking the techniques, like what type of raking the technique you can use on what type of bidding. That's an interesting read. I know people who can rake locks better than single pin picking, and I guess that's
To each
also
their
a
own, right? At that point.
yeah, exactly.
It's all about what you practice with.
yeah, I decided Stu has that Rake 2 More for Stu giveaway that he had going. I mean, it's still going because it's going until I think Halloween. But I decided, I'll rake a raker's dozen, like everybody said, 13 locks. It took me 19 frickin' minutes. It was the saddest thing ever.
So this is my goal P bidding.
Oh, yeah,
Cannot see.
That's a 0 right there, by the way.
yeah. Wow.
That's my goal P, and then this is my goal Z bidding.
Oh yes.
So you can see.
High lift in the back. Yeah.
Two in the front and one in the back, high lifts.
That will be another nightmare for me, that's for sure.
It's a nightmare for me, even just doing the one pin in the front right here, because you tension off the front and getting your pick behind here to hit that high lift is a serious pain in the butt. But this one, I have the 9-second open on.
Yep, I still have 0 opens on mine. I don't know what the hell the problem is.
See, I think I was using.
Ooh, I feel movement. I feel something.
Get it?
No, not yet, but I felt a little bit of counter rotation when I touched 6 this last time.
This one I use this. I come in and I do front pin first. And then if I can get on the last pin.
And that's a goal P?
This is a goal P here.
With barrel pins, right?
Gin spools.
Gin spools.
Yeah.
Damn.
And then I should be able to come to the front here. Oh. Hold on. Not hitting something correctly. I don't know why it's doing that. It's like catching here in the front on the. There's the open right there.
Oh, nicely done. Wow. And there's counter milling in there as well.
Counter milling, over milling. Yep.
Wow. Okay.
So I'm saying, like, once you learn the lock, it's easy. But then going from this, which is 6 pins, to this, which is 7 pins, and it's almost identical outside of the key bidding, like, I don't know. Just a very different lock.
Definitely.
Different feel.
I mean, yeah, tolerances and what's that called? The binding order is a big deal. Different type of locks. So you can get the same lock like in 10 instances, and you could, like, I can almost guarantee you'll find one which you cannot open, no matter what you do with that lock, because the tolerances are that tight.
Well, it's also the tension tool is different too. I got to tension it differently, and
Exactly.
all that too. So that's why I'm like, if I could get this, but that's brown, the gold P. This is a black. So it's like, I want this one because it should be fairly similar, but it's definitely not. I think the wording doesn't help either.
Well, yeah, that key looks very evil, so
It is a
I
very
can
evil
imagine.
key. But once I get it, then I'll be happy.
I can imagine.
Yes,
Like
I
anything,
imagine.
right?
I'll tell you, I was over the moon because that was my second black belt lock that I opened. Was the Gold Z,
What was your first?
ASA 700.
Is it Pin Tumbler?
It is.
I might have to look at one of those. I don't have one of those.
Yeah, it's a 7-pin lock. It has 3 tapered pins and at least 3 Christmas tree spools.
Interesting.
I still need to practice those. I got some of those in with different pinnings. So there's one with all tapered pins, and there's one with all what are those called? Hourglass spools.
Okay.
And then I got the ones that you have, Ray. The ones with Christmas trees and gin spools.
Yep, that's what I have. All of those except for the hourglass. I have one with all tapers. I have one with all gins, and then I have 3 that have various numbers of Christmas trees. I think I have 2 that have 3 Christmas trees, and 1 that has all 4. They're super fun locks. I'll tell you what, they're super fun.
Well, definitely. I want to get the easier versions so I can get used to the keyway first, similarly to how I did with the Rukos.
Yeah, makes good. Perfect way to go about it.
Yeah, Yes was very pleased with the idea because and then he could custom build them for me.
That was exactly
Which
how
he
I
did.
did it. I bought 1, 2, 4 locks from Florida Man, and I bought an ASA 700 with all tapered pins to learn tapers. Then I bought an ASA 600 with all gins to learn how to pick gins, and then I bought 2 700s with Christmas trees. So I bought one that had 3 Christmas trees and one that had 4. That way I could kind of step up in difficulty, learn the tapers, then move up and learn the gins, and then move up and learn the 700, which has both of them together. It worked. It definitely worked.
That's good to hear. I expect similar results on my end.
Now, let's see if we can pick something that's been beating me all week long.
What's that?
An ASA maximum plus restricted. As I was picking things, because most of the locks you can get with either gins or barrels. So you can get an ASA 600 with gins or barrels. You can get a Ruco 500 with gins or barrels. I always chose gins because I like picking gins. So send me the one with gins. Send me the one with gins. And I never bought a single lock that had barrels in it. So I'm in the middle of my black belt quests and I can't pick barrels.
What are you doing for your black belt quest?
Impressioning and pick making.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm making dimple flags. I have 3 flags done. I just got to get into making some handles. That's what I said. A buddy of mine is getting me some wood together. He lives out in the sticks. He's going to get me some wood, and I'm going to make some handles for him. The impressioning is, I'm going to be honest with you, I haven't touched it in 3 weeks because I was pretty disgusted because I was sucking at it really bad. And then I got sick and I haven't touched it since. It's just, I don't know. I don't have it. I don't have the feel for it yet.
I got one that needs impressioning.
Me too. I mean, I got,
Oh yeah,
if I learn it eventually, it's going to be a great skill to have. But
that's the
it's,
lock that I commented on
Yeah.
YouTube. Oh
Good luck.
yeah,
It is-
that's a really good lock, man.
Yeah, all barrels, 100%.
it is not an easy skill.
Well, try impressioning on a barrel. I've never done that either. I think I'm going to try like something simple, like a yellow belt lock to impression on.
Are there like M14 leashy tools that you could use to try and pick the barrels?
I have a bag of M14 keys blanks,
I saw that in the video. Yeah.
but I don't have the leashy tool. I don't think anybody makes one from what I was reading.
Huh. Sounds like a 3D printing project, I guess.
3D print a
Here's
leashy.
Yeah, you could
This is all-
print the scale maybe in 3D and then just add a broken pick or something.
This is the lock that I have to impression right here.
Which one's that? Master what?
Master 15.
15? What's it have in it for pins?
I think there's just 5 standard pins.
Oh, nice. That should be fairly easy to learn on then.
Yeah, well, I suck at it, so you would think it would be easy, but it isn't. Not for me, anyway.
I think I'm going to try learning on a lock that I actually have a key for. That way I can see, like, all right, am I seeing a notch here? And then look at the key and go, yep, okay, I am seeing a notch, just so I know what to look for and things like that.
I was actually thinking about going through it and picking it just so that I could feel like, okay, 5 is kind of high, 4 is kind of low. That way I can, like, know when I'm on the wrong track. But I don't know. Here's the thing. I did talk to somebody about it, and I think my whole premise was wrong because I would go in, I would polish the top of the pin, polish the top of the key. I would put it in and jiggle, and I would do a swipe wherever I saw a mark.
When you say
That's
jiggle, are you
not
doing up
correct.
and down? Like up and down, up and down?
Up and down and turning because
And
you have to
turning?
bind it as well.
Well,
You
yeah,
have
you're
to
supposed to
turn
bind
and
it.
then up and down.
You're supposed to try to bind and then move up and down while it's
Yeah,
bound.
bind and but here's the thing. I was doing a swipe wherever I saw a mark. Not correct. You need to do a swipe with the file where the deepest mark is, the most pronounced mark, not all of the marks.
Ah, I see.
And that's where I was getting it wrong. I understand that, so I just have to get back into it. But I was super disgusted before I heard that advice. So
Yep. And
I was just
that's the
doing it
reason
wrong. I was
people use
swiping.
people
I was
use
swiping.
magnifiers to. Sorry about the interruption. So
Yeah, me too. Because it's just like I was swiping wherever I saw all marks, not the deepest mark, and that is a big distinction. Oh well, we'll get there eventually. I actually thought about trying to impression it on my live one time.
That'd be kind of cool.
That's what I thought. Let everybody enjoy
Yeah, let you.
my failure with me. Everybody can watch me lose my mind.
I had an idea actually for this lock is I think I'm going to do if I don't get it open anytime soon, like the next couple days, I might do a live next week where I progressively pin it. And so in the live, I'll actually go in, put one pin in, like show the gutting process, put one pin in there, and kind of walk through how to progressively pin a lock while I'm doing it for the black belt lock here. I thought that might be.
I have the exact same series going on. I did the American 1100. I just finished the Pack Lock 98 Pro, and then I'm going to do a purple belt lock, and then a red belt lock, and then the ASA 700 for black. I literally have the exact same thing going on. So. It is.
I was just going to do it as a live because, one, I want to open the stinking lock. And two, I was like, I don't progressively pin my locks typically. Like I did this one pin just to see how high I had to set pin one. And then I put it all back together, and now they're all 7 in here. I typically don't take my locks apart. I typically don't gut them until I get an open at all. Just because I want to screw them up.
See, that's that. I'm weird that way. I kind of have to know what's inside of it. So that is the first thing I do as soon as I get a lock, is I gut it and see what's inside.
I guess me and Yabu have a similar mentality. I normally do progressive pinning as a last resort. When nothing else works.
Yeah, I did not progressively pin anything until I got to the ASA 700. And I'm going to be honest with you, it's really a big help when you get to the black belt level locks. Like the V18 that I've been messing with, I'm going to be honest with you, I may never get it open doing what I'm doing now. I kind of think I'm going to do exactly what Lockpicking Paul did. He because they're a kick cylinder, so you can just pull the top off and just empty out a Bible in 20 seconds. Just take and put take out 2 of the Bibles, have 7 pins in it, pick them all. Okay, cool. Fill up the next Bible, and then you'll go 7 pins, 14 pins, 21 pins. One of these days I'll get the motivation to do it. That's the only time I pick that lock is if I'm like watching TV with my wife or something. Just like when I know I'm going to be sitting there for an hour or 2.
Just kind of zoning out a little bit.
That's exactly. It's just like I'm just picking. I'm just feeling what's in there and picking away, because that lock oversets if you breathe on it funny. You'll be picking, everything will be going fine, click, click, and then nothing, because you just overset something and there's nothing happening. Oh, it's terrible. Be picking for a half an hour and then boom, I overset something. Half hour of my life down the toilet. Won't be getting that back.
That's how I feel about some of these videos I do that are hours long that get no open. Not getting that back.
Nope, it definitely happens, man.
And then I'll sit up, dreaming about like, all right, what did I do wrong here? See, I'm getting movement now on some of this.
That's good news.
I think 2 is set. I think 6 might be set, or 7. I think. Oh, maybe not. It sounds like it fell down now.
Bumpy, what's up?
Oh, Bumpy Bones.
Hey, beauties.
Good evening.
Welcome.
How's everyone doing?
I'd be doing better if this opened.
Jeff and Things asked what purple belt lock I'm going to do for my progressive pinning series. I want to do this lock, actually. This is the one that I am currently working on. It's the ASA Maximum Plus Restricted. It's basically an ASA 600 with barrel spools. I'd kind of like to do this. Or
hey, that sounds like an entry into my giveaway. What am I currently
Or-
working on?
That's exactly what I'm working on, and I have them here specifically for making that video because I'm working on these two locks concurrently. This is the ASA Maximum Plus Restricted, 6 pins, all barrels, and this is the ASA Twin Combi, 6 pins, all barrels with side pins, finger pins. I'm working on both of them concurrently.
Man,
Yeah, so I have actually torn out of this lock right here. There's the finger pins from the combi.
nice.
So these are both essentially identical locks right now, except this one has a sidebar and it's not active right now because the finger pins are out of it, but they're basically the same lock, 6 pins, all barrels. And I have them both pinned up to 6 pins now, and it was fine. I had 3 pins, picked it no problem, 4 pins, no problem, 5 pins, it was a little tough, 6 pins. It's like everything that I learned went out the door. Because basically you're picking the pins kind of like tapered pins. You're just bumping everything up until you get everything up into the milling. At that point, you'll have like a small, tiny core movement will happen. And then it's like, okay, I got everything into the milling. And then you're just click, click, click as you're pushing the barrels up through that milling. As soon as I put in that 6 pin, it's like I can't get that small core movement anymore. It's like I can't get to the point where everything is in the milling. I don't know what the heck I'm doing wrong. I don't know if because the problem that I had with the ASA 700 with all tapered pins is I would be picking at it for, 8, 10, 12 minutes, and I would stop thinking that I'm doing something wrong, but in actuality, I just needed to keep picking at it. I'm wondering if it's the same thing here, where I'm just picking at it and getting frustrated, resetting, and stopping before I have a chance to get everything up into the milling. And everybody says to put heavy tension on it at that point. And I feel like I have better luck with light tension, which makes me feel like I'm doing something wrong.
No, each their own. A lot of people said for the Master 19 I needed heavy tension, and I found that I needed heavy tension at some points, but ultimately I had to switch back to light tension.
I'm not sure. So either that or a Medico. Medico, I'm just I can open this one, but my fear is that I'm going to progressively pin it. I'm going to get that 6th pin in it, and then I'm not going to be able to get it open.
Yep.
How embarrassing would that be?
That's my problem that's why I don't progressively pin, honestly, is because I feel like I'm going to learn a bunch of ways that the lock feels and the pin order, and then it's going to change every time I put a pin in.
It does. It absolutely does. It absolutely happens.
I mean, where progressive pinning really helps is if you're trying to learn like a new security pin, like we're talking about barrels or gins or whatnot. You learn how to actually set them, or what they feel like. I mean, you get again open, right, with 3 pins.
True.
That's like a half success, and moving on from there is easier after that. I mean, on my end, I did the Ruko 500 with the gin spools, and well, what I did, I pinned it up from the back because I believe the 5th pin was a tapered pin. Then 4 and 3 were gins, like gin spools. And I could again open like in a couple of minutes. And it also helped me figuring out how to tension the lock in order to set those gin spools, which is the which was the main issue from the get-go. So I wasn't sure which part of the keyway I should use to navigate through with my pick, and how should I tension, right? Because I think I built a custom turning tool in order to tension the lock differently, rather than using 2 turning tools. I used one which perfectly fit and allow me to manually rotate in both directions.
Nice.
Will allow me to use the middle of the keyway as well for picking.
So, Bumpy, what are you up to? You've been kind of monopolizing.
Nothing much. I'm just doing my warm-up American 1100s right now, hoping to get to some Packlock 98 Pros I got.
Nice.
That was my favorite lock for months.
Yeah, I got a couple of new ones here. I got a silver one I haven't gotten into yet. I got a orange one I haven't gotten into yet. I got into the red one here, but I also got a couple from 44 Delta and Lockpicker's bench here that I haven't picked open yet, so I'm hoping to start working on those.
Tell you what my favorite one is the PL410 Pro. I love these locks. Basically the same as the 98 Pro, except instead of having a spring shackle and a sprung core, it's dead shackle, dead core.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard you talking about saw you trying to rake that pack lock open, and I think that's what this one I've got here. I can rake this guy open. The bidding is fairly flat on it, and so I was able to get that one raked open.
If I was giving it a try, my bidding is fairly flat as well, and I expected to be able to maybe do it, but it kept false set, false set, false set, false set. Once you get into a false set raking, you either need to switch to single pin picking or reset. It is what it is.
Yeah.
So I think, Ray, you have a giveaway going on. I have a giveaway going on, and Bumpy has a giveaway going on, right?
I do not have a giveaway.
Oh, you don't?
On, but I may pretty soon because I am creeping up on 300 subs.
Nice.
Oh, congrats.
Oh, congrats, man.
Last I looked, I was 6 away from 200, and 200 is the next edition of another Vice. So I'm like, come on, guys, can you hit 6 more subs before Friday?
Yeah, I still have the stuff for my 200 subscriber giveaway sitting here in a package because I can never get to the freaking post office when they're open. Well, I work I normally go in at 6:30-ish, and I work where I work till 2:30, and then I leave and come home and work until 4, so that I can get the kids off the bus, take the dogs out, and stuff like that. I never have time to finish and get to the post office before they close because it's just not great. So I think I'm going to have to maybe just bite the bullet and get pirate ship or something where I can print out the stuff at home and just chuck it in my mailbox. It's just too inconvenient to go to the frickin' post office.
I didn't know they had such a thing.
Yeah, pirate ship is it's basically a shipping, second-hand shipping thing where you can print stuff, and it's actually a little cheaper than using the post office. I mean, you're still using the post office, but you're using pirate ship to pay for and print the postage.
Gotcha. Sounds like a good option now.
Yeah, apparently Lady Lux uses it like a ton and saves a crap ton of money. I obviously don't ship very much because, I don't exchange things with people very often, and
Yeah. So DMAX says he's got a giveaway coming up as well. Nice.
Oh,
I'll
sounds great.
Very
definitely
cool.
be entering that one because it's super hard to get locks from freaking Europe.
Well, I got the Greenbelt lock yesterday in the mail. I'm done with this for now.
Bergwachter.
The Bergvakta.
Ah, yeah, in the Atlantic.
Yeah, the Atlantic. That's right.
How did you like that? Well,
I opened it straight out of package and picked it. And yeah, I like it a lot. It was an easy pick straight from the package for me, which isn't saying much because I got the Avis Titanium here, the ADTI 50, and I was going to do the same video, and I sat there and picked it for a good 45 minutes and was like, yeah, I'm not picking this out of the package. And then I realized that there was the keyway here. Kind of look at it.
oh yeah.
The that line right there goes the entire length.
Yes.
It's not just the front housing. And so I had to figure out a way to pick off the right side here to come up and hit those pins on the left.
Yeah. If I may, I would suggest you also use like a bottom of the keyway turning tool to what is that?
To tension.
You can basically just
was tensioning from the top.
build a platform or basically block off the hole so that your pick doesn't fall off while
Yep.
you're picking. So that's how I do it, and then I'm tensioning from the top at the same time.
Oh, you're doing both.
Yeah. I'm just basically using the bottom of the keyway to block off that ledge over there so that my pick doesn't fall off.
Yeah, I do the same thing with
I
like
was
Yale.
only tensioning from the top and coming off of this edge here to pick diagonally. And it wasn't until I was in Hawaii that I brought this one with me. And I was sitting there and I was complaining on I think Lady Lock's stream or Pocket Woman's stream that I wasn't unable to pick it. And then I picked it up in hand and picked it in like 3 seconds. And I was like, well, okay. I guess maybe it's just, how I'm feeling today. Now there's the Bergvakta.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to get one of those, but I want the
Is that
Gamma
the
700.
smallest one? Oh yeah, no, nice bidding.
This is the 217 F40.
40. I need to check what I have. I think I have a bigger one as well. I have this one and then a bigger one, maybe. I'll have to check.
But I didn't realize how big or small it was going to be. I just was like, oh, the Atlantic is the one that is a green belt. So one of the videos that somebody submitted for my giveaway was talking about they were struggling with this as one of their green belt locks. And I was like, I don't have one of those. I'm going to go buy it. And,
Try out the blue belt ones. Those are a little bit trickier. The Gamma 700 and the...
That's exactly what I want. I want the Gamma 700. I
Yeah,
hear it's a
700.
blue belt lock, but I hear it's really tough.
Oh yeah, it is. And there's another version, the Diamant, or how it's called. And the Diamant has a like a spring shackle, while the Gamma 700 has a dead core.
It's not the ASA 700. It's a Gamma.
It's a Gamma 700, yeah.
But it's a Berg, or what is it?
It's a Bergvakta, yeah.
I see Alpha. I don't see Gamma. Oh, the Gamma 700. There it is.
The Alpha is a weak lock.
God, I hate this lock sometimes. Oh my god.
Yeah, they have the Alpha 800, which is a brown belt
Yeah,
wafer lock.
Yeah. That's a pretty brutal lock. Very hard to pick.
I have this Miwa UR as well.
Oh.
That I haven't been able to pick yet. I haven't spent a lot of time yet.
Let me guess, black belt?
This one is red, and then I have the U9, which is. Wait, is it the U9 that I have? I have the U9 and the UR. I think the UR is my red. Hold on. Lock collection. So the U9 is red, and then this is the the UR is red. This one, and then this is the U9. So this is the black belt one. Here.
Ah. Ooh, that's some crazy bidding there. Look at it, like a
Weave it,
roller
weave it.
coaster on both sides.
Wee bit. Yeah, both sides, right? You got to pick all the different wafers or the levers. This is a lever lock.
Oh.
Yep. It feels nice though. So this one it came in a housing like this, and I took it out of the housing because I was getting ready to pick it. So I usually take them down to the point where I can easily pick it on camera. Have not gutted this yet. Apparently it's fairly easy to gut, but I don't know. Maybe I should be messing with those instead of trying to mess with the goal here. What is this? This is from the Avis.
This is from the titanium, yeah.
Yeah.
And how did you like that lock?
The Avis?
Well,
I
was
like
it good?
I like it a lot, yeah.
Okay.
It feels real nice. It's nice and sturdy, has nice spring action. It was fairly hard to pick. So even after I was able to open it, I still struggle with it. I struggle with that more than I struggle with some of the higher level locks, which is interesting.
Yeah, I saw you had pretty
Yeah.
crazy bidding on that one, right? On the
On
titanium.
the Avis?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's not horrible, but
Oh, high little lift in the end, yeah.
yeah, high lift in the end, low lift in the front, low lift in the middle. But what I've
Nice.
noticed is on almost all my green belt locks is to look for counter rotation, and there's nothing, even this. I get this CASP.
Oh yeah, the 140. That's
Yep.
a nice one.
Yeah, look at that bidding now.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah, that's a fun one.
I think people know that I'm a picker.
Number 2 and number 1. Holy crap.
So people know that I'm picking locks here, and they send me the worst bidded keys when I order these locks. I swear. Actually, that might work better to show it on the background there. Yeah, there you go.
I was very lucky with mine. I used it for my green belt. That one had pretty horrible tolerances. You could basically overset all the pins in that lock, and just gradually drop them until the lock opened.
And then this is the SFIC that I was messing with yesterday. So control there, and I have it in the Avis 83 IC 45 body. But
Awesome.
there's the
Wow, yeah.
there's the control. Hold on, let me turn this light off so it's not so reflective this way. So there's the control,
Oh,
Ooh.
yeah.
and then there's the constant.
Oh.
So not horrible, but you got quite a few high lifts there. And if you line them up, you can see looks like one's the same, and that's it. 1 and 3. So 1 and 3 are the only identical cuts on that lock.
And that's the 83 IC. Did I see that correctly?
It's 83 IC 45 body.
Ah, okay. So this one comes with the SFIC core, right?
It did not come with the core. I had to buy the core separately.
Oh,
So
okay.
it,
Which core do you have inside?
it's a best clone. It's what do you call it? Pacific Doorway is the maker, but it's a best clone essentially.
Huh.
It's constant. Where's control? There's control.
Okay. Can you
Yeah.
actually pick it to both
Yep.
shear lines? So you can pick it to purple, basically.
Yeah. So
Nice.
I did it yesterday on stream as well, but I can do it.
Huh. I'm envious, man. We wish I could do that.
It's all about looking at the key, honestly. So getting a good tensioner in there. So my 50 thousandths fits perfectly in here. Turn this light back on. My 50 thousandths fits perfectly in there. And then I don't remember what pick I had. It was like maybe like a medium flat hook here. And then you can just come in and, well, let me look at the key. Where's the key? So let's go for this.
What I find really interesting with all these interchangeable cores, the SFICs especially, you have all of this mastering inside, and that makes like lifting the pins like they feel a little bit heavier than normal, key pin and driver pin combos. Instead of that, you have like mastering inside, and that makes the lift a little bit heavier, which is interesting.
It can, yeah.
Let's pick a dimple lock.
Dude mentioned that if you want a challenging green belt, try the Ace 38 millimeter. And I actually just got one of those.
Oh.
And I went to try to pick it the other day, and it's like, yeah, that's a definitely a very different feel to it. I haven't gotten it open yet.
Trying to remember where I need to pick it from, if I have to do it from the side or not. I thought I was able to pick it from the bottom. Yeah, I can hit it from the bottom.
And me, more busy watching the stream with what you guys are doing instead of me picking these locks. Oh boy.
Good job.
That's part of the stream, though, taking a break and watching other people too, right?
Oh yeah. That's why I'm starting with the 1100s right now.
Might help if I actually like lock this thing down now.
Aha. Couldn't find my dimple picks. Let's do number 4.
There we go.
Let's check the chat, see what's going on.
So tricky on this one.
I'm not able to hit anything with that. That's weird. Or am I just seeing reflection? Is that what's going on? I was seeing reflection.
The lock, dude. I don't think I've seen you in my stream before. Just a heads up, since you're new, if you ever decide that you want to join the stream, hang out, talk, BS, whatever, the link is in the description. If you're ever feeling like you want to say hello. I always like putting it there because I know I was a little nervous at first, asking Lady Locks for the first time, be like, hey, will you let me come on your stream? I like to just put it there and just say, hey, if you feel like coming, come. If you don't, don't. They don't feel like they have to ask permission. I really like this lock. Tell you what.
That's
For a dimple lock, it's fun.
That's the multi-lock in interactive, or which one's that?
It is a multi-lock 7x7.
7x7. Yeah, that's one nice lock. I love that one. It's a green belt, but it's a nice comfort lock, in my
Yep,
opinion.
that's exactly. It's just fun to put a pick in and just pick it because it's not like crazy hard. There's no, inner pins to worry about. There's just 7 pins. You pick them, and the thing freaking opens.
Yeah.
That's how I
one's
feel about
that?
the American 1100 personally.
Which one's that W308?
I think you said it was ASA 700, right?
What this
All
one?
right. Yeah.
I'm confused. What did you
Yes,
just
Ray.
ask?
What lock are you on?
This is an multi-lock 7x7.
Okay.
Oh, all right.
Very
It's
nice
just a
choice.
7 pin multi-lock dimple lock.
Yeah, I want to get into doing some dimple locks at some point, and I've got a new dimple pick set coming from Moki. And so I'm wanting to pick up a couple of new dimple locks to kind of start figuring out how that works.
Are you getting the ACAB picks?
They were out of that. I think I'm getting. Hold on, let me get to that site. I'm getting the other one.
I bet you're getting this set, the Huck set. I think he
It's
sells
the.
this.
Let's see here. I think it was out of the Hulk. Yes, I'm getting the Honest Dongshi Dimple pick set.
Okay.
Yeah, they were
Actually
sold out
have-
on the HUK one.
Yeah, I actually have the Honest Dong cheese as well. And okay, they just need work. Let's put it that way. You need to
Yeah.
file them down and smooth them off. And
6 open.
Yeah, they look very thick in the picture, so I got my Dremel ready, and
yeah,
I got them because I was also ordering some of the blanks through Moki because I want to start making some picks and all of that at some point. So I figured, I'll throw that in there as well.
he is where I get my blanks from too. Really good steel.
Yeah, because I'm going to throw out my Sparrow's Dimple pick set because it just does not want to work.
I did the same thing.
Keep the tensioners though, because those are good.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're basically the same tensioners that you get from China. They're big set of tensioners. Oh crap! I get this thing open. They're basically the same, and they are really, really good.
I don't know why, but I lost the feeling for this lock.
Success.
Awesome.
Oh, there it is.
Open.
So there's the open on this one. So maybe I didn't.
Oh, very
leave it,
cool.
And now to control. Constant. Where's control? Control.
Let's try picking this. I've been trying picking this for a while. You're picking an SFIC. This is close to an SFIC. This is Sargent's variety. This is the Sargent signature.
Oh, I'm gonna pick barrels as well. Let's see. So I'm done with these 7240s.
That's something I need to get back into. I tried this van lock a couple times, and I just wasn't happy with the tensioners that I made. So I started making some new ones, and I'm a lot more happy with this latest one that I made. So I think this is the form factor that I'm going to go with. Just make a couple more.
So Ray, so say you would start out picking barrels. Which Ruko 500 would you go for? This bidding or this bidding?
Okay, let's full screen you up.
One on the left or one on the right?
I would probably do the one on the right myself.
On the right, okay. All right, let's try that one.
I did try picking the
434.
ASA with the 6 barrels, and I did get it to click and got that little tiny false set where I knew that I was had everything in the milling, and I set 5 pins, and then I overset something, and everything went to mush, and I took it out of the vise because I was pretty disgusted with myself. There's very few locks that the jiggle test is more important than this lock with barrels. It's just sometimes the jiggle is so imperceptibly small that you choose wrong.
For this one, I'm going to pack away the lock tools because they are not built for this type of stuff.
They're a little too delicate.
Yeah, they are indeed.
That's exactly. I pick everything until it's in the milling with the with a gem from Bare Bones, and then I switch to a Jimmy Long's 23 thou. It is the strongest pick that I own, and that is what I'm picking it through the milling with.
Yeah.
You definitely don't want to be using anything like 18 or 20 thou to be picking barrels with. That's for sure.
The wide shaft Mokies are also not bad. The new ones.
Oh, you know what? You're absolutely right about that because I actually do the 700 with gins that I picked earlier. I picked that with the Moki Extra flat. That was pretty good for that. His extra picks are a lot more robust than his regulars.
Oh, yeah, they are. I really enjoy using them.
Yeah, I do too. I need to get the extra rounds one of these days. I'll have to get around to it.
All right, you may switch back if you like.
Oh, derp.
Just try and angle this so that the viewers can see what I'm doing.
Tell you what, I'm going to try going counterclockwise. I haven't done that. Maybe that'll change things.
Oh, for the ASA maximum
Yeah.
security. That's a good idea.
We're going to go counterclockwise, see if things change up.
All right. You can open this, I'll get it on live. If not, well, I'll just keep trying.
Hey, Loose Shirt's here. How's it going, buddy?
Oh, Lucia, yeah, I just messaged him on Discord. Hey, good evening.
I started seeing a bunch of posts from Covert Instruments today on YouTube, and I was like, I bet you Apex is dropping today. And that was just wishful thinking, obviously, but I was hoping that they were posting videos because they were going to put Apex out for sale.
I wouldn't be surprised if it drops November 1st. Just putting that out there.
I don't know where you're getting your information, but
I have no information to give.
Just guessing.
I'm guessing.
See, I was hoping that they weren't going to do like a Black Friday release it that day. Oh god,
I don't think they're gonna wait till that. They just released the sliding tool thing.
Yeah, the grab pick.
Yeah.
Grab and
Yeah.
pick.
So if I had to guess, they're gonna release that on Friday.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I may end up buying it just because it's neat.
I don't think I'd ever use it. It's my problem.
That's the thing. I think it's more like a cool fidget toy, and I may buy it. Maybe
Yeah.
it's gimmicky, and I don't think that I'll use it to pick anything. It's just I don't know. I have all their other stuff, so maybe I'll just buy it. But
And they did kind of position it as a fidget tool, but
yeah, which is true. I mean, I don't know. I'm not happy with the price on it. I think it's
I'm
a
not
little
either.
too expensive.
I agree.
I think for $50, I would buy it. $65, I kind of talked myself out of it.
And we're talking about the gravity
agree.
pick, right?
Yeah, the gravity.
Yeah. I mean,
Is
that's
that-
probably
I'm
the only
thinking-
reason I would buy it too. Would be the fidget.
Because I'm thinking that when Apex comes out, there are 4 sets of 5 picks plus the case. Maybe the tensioners are included in there somewhere, but I'm betting that it costs $250 or $300 to buy everything.
Maybe.
I'm thinking what I did was I figured $55 per set for the 5 picks with the tray, plus $65 for the case with tensioners. That's $280. And I think that is going to be pretty close to what they end up charging, I bet.
I guess we'll see.
So I'm kind of letting my pay in fours dwindle so that my wife doesn't murder me in my sleep whenever I get it.
Well, you have to have stuff to ask for Christmas too, you know.
Oh no, I can't wait that long. If they release it November 1st, there's no way I can wait till Christmas. Don't you know, I bought all these picks. I bought Genesis, Echelon, I bought a bunch of Bare Bones, a bunch of Mokies, a bunch of Southern Specialties, the Swick, the Moki Jackknife. I bought all these to do reviews on and never have any time to do reviews.
We
I
still
started
need,
doing that too, and then I was just like, I'm not gonna do reviews.
I mean, I absolutely want to. It's just I never have the frickin' time. I do a live stream and I do a progressive pinning video. I pick one lock. That's 3 videos a week. I'm like tapped out.
I mean, making a review probably takes a lot of planning ahead and selecting all the locks that you can demo for the review and things like that.
Well,
Yeah.
people get really
So a lot of time researching.
people get really I don't know the right word. Angry about reviews sometimes too.
It is true, especially if like I've gotten picks from 2 manufacturers, and it usually doesn't go well if you do a review for something that you've gotten from someone.
Oh yeah, you don't
People
want to do that.
give you a lot of shit. They give you a lot of shit for it.
So I bought everything I own. I haven't been given anything that I have. So all of my sets outside of this, which was given to me by Tool, but I don't do review. I don't use this. I let my son use it. All the stuff that I use, I paid for, and I did a review on the Reaper set when it came out, and I got a lot of hits. It drove a lot of traffic from YouTube, but I get a lot of negativity on that. Like people just like, you suck, blah blah blah. Like actually, know which one was the worst? Was I did a review on this, so the Sandman Elite set.
Okay.
And I opened it up and I was talking about the leather case and talking about how I didn't think I was going to like the leather, because I'm so used to the covered instruments tools. And I was like, I actually really like it. It's a nice supple leather. And as soon as I said that, I got like 7 people flaming me for saying supple leather. And like, I stopped watching as soon as you said that.
Oh
Hey.
boy.
Okay.
I was like,
That's,
I can't help it. It's nice leather, It is what it is.
I got one set of multi-pick picks. They sent it to me to review. One of the picks in this case is messed up. Let's put it that way. It has
Yep.
it has a imperfection,
Yeah,
and
I've heard other people say the same thing when they get them.
I actually decided not to review it because of that. Because I don't want to put it out there that they sent me something that sucks. I mean, I know they're guaranteed forever, but I just don't want to say anything bad about them. So I decided not to. So we're just not gonna.
I haven't had to go back to any manufacturer yet and say anything. But like this one, you can see I've been marking it, and I've been really prying on it, and so you can see it's a little warped. At some point, if I fully deform a pick where I think it's unusable, I'll send it back, and then I'll actually document the process of what that was like. I think that'd be an interesting video, and that kind of goes back to like your point. Like, if that was shipped to me, I probably would have contacted them and been like, "Hey, the pick number XYZ is messed up," and just seen
That's
what
funny.
they did.
That's funny because I did do that.
Okay.
I contacted them and I said, "Hey, there's this blemish. This imperfection. It's basically it looks like a burn mark almost where it was wire cut. It's really hard to see in a freaking video, but
oh yeah.
if the light catches it just right, you can see it right there.
Oh yeah.
Metal imperfection.
Yeah, it's just a burn mark. And I contacted them and said, "Hey, there's this thing. What do you want me to do? Do you want me to send it back? Do you send me a replacement? Do you just want to send a replacement? Do you want to tell me, what do you want me to do?" And they gave me this thing where they said, "Hey, did you expose it to any bad chemicals or whatever?" And I was like, "No, I literally just pulled it out of the package." And then they ghosted me after that. They never
wow.
responded to another email again.
Yep.
And that's why I decided not to
multi-pick for you. Yeah. I had something similar happen to me. I own like 4 sets of theirs. I ordered the champion set back in August, and two of the hooks came bent actually. And it's pretty similar to your case basically. I emailed them. They told me, "Oh, that happened 2 months ago. We don't care about that," and they left like a what is that called? Like one of those coupons in the email. Here, buy new ones if you want. I mean, maybe I struck a bad worker there, so somebody who doesn't know how to talk to customers maybe. But that was an interesting interaction there. I have the email here.
Yeah,
boy.
but they ghosted me. They literally, I sent them an email and they didn't respond to it. And then I sent them another email and they didn't respond to it. And I said, "Okay, so they're ghosting me for sure. It's not like I just got missed by mistake." And that was the point I said, I'm not going to review their set because I don't want to get into a YouTube battle because I'm going to be honest with you. Have you ever heard anybody say anything bad about multipick?
No. Well, that's so.
Zero.
I have a similar problem with Sparrow. Right. So we
They send out a lot of stuff to a lot. They send out a lot of stuff to a lot of pickers.
Multi-pick does?
Yes.
So I haven't received anything from anybody. So all my multi-picks, all of my covert instruments, all my Sparrow stuff, I bought.
Yeah, same here.
I bought this is the one I was talking about earlier, but I bought the dimple set from Sparrow, and it was like unusable. I picked maybe a super low level lock with it, and then I wasn't able to use it at all for anything. I had to buy another dimple set. I went out and bought their they're sliver thins, and those are okay. And I bought the Monstrum XXL. That was the one I was talking about, where I thought that I was going to get a bunch of different pick profiles, thicknesses, and they were all 20,000s. And it's like 120 pieces in 20,000s, and it was just complete garbage in my mind because of the way, not for other people, but the way I like my picks to feel. I got zero feedback from them.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
like
I don't-
they pretty much sat in a pile over here on my desk. Like nobody will touch them. And
The only
I don't know. I don't know. But anyway,
Yeah,
I found a ball bearing, changing the subject for half a second. I found the ball bearing that fell out of this. So I'm going to gut this Goal Z again and put the ball bearing back in it.
very cool.
So I
It
actually
really the only
3D printed
sparrow-
this thing, which clips onto the
Got
top.
about Sparrow Bump?
Clips onto the top, and you can slide them out. So I'm going to try that.
Oh, very cool.
If I can get it to open.
It really the only sparrow picks I would recommend would be the monkey paws, and that would be mainly for like new pickers, or even like if you're going into like the medicals and all that, because the hooks on them are really nice. But yeah, the sparrows are. I actually just gave all mine away to a friend who I just got into picking. So,
So I'm not the only one that looks at them and is just like disgusted.
Yeah.
the
would
one thing
never
I
buy.
don't like about them is that their picks don't come with handles. And so it's like with my monkey paws, I did my bowstring wrap, and this is about, I would say, 8 layers right now of bowstring.
I bought the ones with
Which-
handles, and they're still like you get zero feedback with the handles on the ones that they gave you.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're plastic dip.
Yeah.
Yep. And what I found was if I did the bowstring wrap on those, it and tightened it, they were pretty nice. But it's like I had to do that with the bypass driver I got from them because the handle was twisting off. So what I did was I wrapped it really tight with bowstring and kind of flamed it and kind of melted the plastic a little bit. And it's actually a pretty good bypass tool now. But yeah, I find with sparrows, you got to do some, heavy work on their picks in order to really get them to where other companies are at.
Yep.
Once I started buying picks in high yield stainless, it's kind of like, why would I buy anything else?
Oh shoot, that was bad.
What did you just do?
I just tried to show those pins, and they all just slid out.
Oh,
Oh,
ouch.
That's all right. I dropped one on the floor. There it is.
Now that is one thing that I do. The first time that I gut something, I'll get it in, I'll gut it, and then I'll immediately take a picture of the pins and then save it. That way, if something like that ever happens, I know where everything goes back.
Well, now I need to see if these I know this is pin 1, so let's see if I can get that one out of there. Is this magnetic? Can I use my spring sweeper to find the other one that's missing? No, they're not magnetic. Great.
Lock Dude asked how you get stuff sent. Sometimes manufacturers will reach out to you, and most of the time when people get 100 or 200 subscribers, they'll send out an email to manufacturers and say, "Hey, I'm a YouTube picker, and if you ever have anything new that you want somebody to review or whatever, give me a holler."
All right, I found it.
Yeah, most of the time it's just lock manufacturers like Lockjaw comes on all the time. Aaron from Southern Specialties checks out people on YouTube. A lot of times you'll just get an email from somebody to say, hey, we have this XYZ coming out. You want to check it out? Like Chris from Lockjaw sent me this pinning mat.
You got to be a big
'Cause
YouTuber like Ray, though.
not really too super big because I'm definitely not a big YouTuber. That's for darn sure. But like I use a lot of his cases, and I've ordered a bunch of them. I think I don't know 4 sets that I have in his cases. And he just asked me one time. He's like, "Hey, what pinning mat do you use?" And I'm like, "Well, I use a black piece of carpeting that I got at the dollar store." And he's like, "Oh yeah, that's no good. I'll send you something."
Yeah.
He did.
He did that with me a couple weeks ago with my giveaway. He messaged me on Facebook and saying, "Hey, that penny mat that you're using is looking a little worn. Do you want a new one? And by the way, I want to send you some stuff for your giveaway." So yeah, he sent me the penny mat here and some things from my giveaway.
Nice.
Oh, nice. Nice.
I've gotten a bunch of stuff from, especially Aaron at Southern Specialties, hooked me up with a bunch of stuff to review and try out. And like I was one of his initial guys that he sent the elephant trunk to. And I told him how much I loved it because I freaking just slayed 410 lottos with that thing. It is mwah,
Yeah, it's a
outstanding for
cool
that.
profile.
And actually, I talked him up so much and had so many people contacting him that he decided to put out the set of the 3 thicknesses. I'm the one that actually told him to call them primate mitts, kind of like a play on the monkey paw.
Yeah, that's one thing I do like about that elephant trunk. Says that does come into 3 thicknesses.
Yeah, I use them for finger pins. I have these 2 picks that I've been using for finger pins for
Oh,
my twin combi. I like it a lot because you can reach in and grab it with that one little nipple there, and then you can use it on its side because it has just a tiny bit of lift to put in sideways, slide it into the bottom of the lock, and use it to lift the finger pins too. It's really good
Yeah.
for that.
When he just sent me, where did it go? It's in here somewheres. He sent me a twisted. Here it is. Version of the elephant trunk in my last order. And it's pretty interesting. It's a good handcuff pick, but also, yeah, I'm wondering how it's going to work on like the finger pins and also I think like with locks that have the side pins on them, I think that might be a good one to maybe check out with that too.
Yeah, they make great picks for sure. They're an awesome company, especially if you want something customized. Let's say you want folding pick set, but you don't like the profiles that come in it. You just buy it, put in the comments of what you're buying. Hey, I'd rather have it with XYZ profiles instead of what it comes with, and they will absolutely do it.
That's awesome.
It really is. I have 2 of their plastic FPSs, the ones in the FRN, and then I have 1 in aluminum, and they are the best that you can get for the price because they are like $25. That's pretty good to get a folding pick set for $25.
I would think
Yeah.
so.
You know what I mean? It's basically the same functionality almost as the Moki that I paid twice as much for.
Yeah, I just got the 8 version the other day, and I'm liking it so far. It's a pretty good one. I like the sidebar, this little lever here that they use to tighten and loosen up the pick so that you can.
Oh yeah,
So I want to show you something, and I'm going to ask your guys' opinion. All right. So this This gin spool is my high lift on 1. See that garbage? Right?
Yeah.
This spool is my pin 2. If it'll zoom in. My hands are all sweaty from trying to put this lock back together. So this spool is pin 2. They're both the same height. Should I switch the spool with the gin to make it easier for me to hit that gin?
Ooh.
Or is that cheating?
Are you doing this for a belt? Or?
Yes.
Well, then
Yeah, I
don't do
would.
it.
Yeah, I would not switch it.
Because it has to be factory the default if you want to submit it for a belt.
It has to be factory default.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Boo. I
There
was like,
it
if I can get
is.
away with switching that gin from being behind my tensioner, it might make it a little bit easier to set. All
Here's
right.
my favorite folding pick set from Southern Specialties.
Oh yeah.
I made a little alteration to it, so it comes with the little arm for tensioning everything, which is really cool. And it comes with this bottom of keyway tensioner. That's fine. But I made top of keyway tensioners that fit inside with the 30 thou, 40 thou, and 50 thou top of keyway.
Very nice.
And it fits underneath the tensioner inside. So
Now, is
it
that the
is
8 or 8E?
this one here. I got him to customize it for me.
Oh,
I
awesome.
ordered the 2500, and I had him put in. I think I replaced because it came with a short hook and the medium round. I think I had him put in the spoon, the quint, and the deep hook because it only usually comes with 6 profiles, and he squeezed in 7.
All right, that's back together.
Awesome.
But these tensioners, I'll tell you, makes a huge difference being able to get into something.
All right, guys, I'm gonna drop. I'm getting hungry. I need to get some food. But thank you
Food
for
is
having
always
me, Ray.
good.
Yep, thanks for coming. I appreciate it. And next time you have a live, I'll definitely join you as well because it's nice to hang out with you guys.
Sounds good.
Well,
Talk to you later.
goodbye, Abu.
All right, later.
Speaking of dinner, I love Wednesdays live days because it's pizza day at my house. Because I live in a mobile home, so I don't have a ton of space. So I don't really have a lock lab. I just kind of have like a kitchen table that I put my stuff on, and it's kind of become my lock lab, I guess, because this is the little bit of space that I get, considering that I have a countertop also that I keep all my amateur radio stuff on. So only so much space I can monopolize for myself.
I feel you there.
But considering I'm in the kitchen at the kitchen table, so my wife doesn't want to be banging around while I'm on a live stream, so she doesn't have to come out and cook anything. It's pizza day. Check out the chat, see what's going on. Oh crap, I think I'm on solo. What a dummy.
Aha! Got that Ace 38 millimeter open. That definitely
Oh,
is
nicely
a
done.
tougher green belt.
Huh.
Yeah, Lock Dude. Most people have an email of some kind on their channel somewhere, or it's linked to their Facebook or X or whatever. Except I don't do
And
that because I hate. I always said that I hated social media, but technically YouTube is social media, so I guess I don't hate it.
usually leave a burner email in your about me area, and that
Yeah,
should be
I do
fine.
have a burner email too that I have attached to my YouTube.
YouTube is not a social media platform. It is a learning platform.
I don't know. I think it's cool because I mean, I always hated Facebook. Like I have a Facebook, but it is in mothballs. I never check it. I never use it for anything. It just exists. And I freaking had it since like college, which is oh god, forever ago. Oh my god, can't believe how old I am. But yeah, so god, like almost 20 years. I guess it's been now.
You're making me feel old now.
I mean, I guess I'll be 46 in December. So, ugh.
Oh, funny story with that because when I was in grad school, the school I went to was small with a grad program, so I had to join in with undergrads. And my advisor, I was taking a class with my advisor, and I was in the geology program, and he had us break up into tables. I'm the only student in with the undergrads. I'm like, oh God, I know what's going to happen. I'm going to have to do all the work. And so we get talking in the group, and somehow we got talking about when we started college. I'm like, oh yeah, I started college back in 2002. And this girl just shakes her head. And she's like, do you realize you started college when I started elementary school?
Oh. Oh man. Yeah,
And I was
well,
like, thank you for making me feel old.
yeah, and I didn't graduate college, but I did go to college for a while. So I ended up leaving college and became a machinist instead. So, it was fine. It got me into where I work now, and I have a nice, cushy office job, and I like it a lot. Kind of like a position in between engineering and sales, sort of.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's right up my alley. I get to think for a living. I like it.
I'm a solution specialist at the university that I went to, and so I do a lot of development work and all that. And 90% of where I learn how to do the stuff that I'm working on is YouTube.
I buy that. I mean,
Yeah.
if I need to do something, it is the first place that I go. Like it was, I don't know, maybe 3 weeks ago. I was doing some repair on my home because my one daughter's friend jumped off the bunk bed and put a hole in my floor and damaged the ductwork. So I needed to learn how to fix the floor and fix the ductwork in my house, and I learned how to do it on YouTube.
Yep.
If I need to, oh, it's time to do the brakes on my car. Well, how do I do that? Because my car is weird and has like weird compressible. I haven't done brakes in a long time, so it was like, how do you compress these new, you know, disc things in the back, and you have to turn them. So without YouTube, I'd have never got those things closed because all I know is how to compress them with a C clamp, old school. Which the front go that way, but the rear ones need compressed by turning them. So. Hmm. get to that point in all my videos where I just like put my pick in a lock and just, what is going on in there? God, this thing. Why? I watch so many people pick freaking barrels and they don't have any of these trouble. Why do I suck so bad at this? I could pick gins like it's going out of style. Freaking barrels, it's just like they're just fighting me, struggle bus.
Yeah, I'm also kind of a. If I had a third hand, I would probably be scratching my forehead while picking this, but I'm getting nowhere.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like I get better results when I do light tension, but I almost want to crank on this like a freaking gorilla and see if anything gets different. 'Cause these things are a pain. They really are.
Yeah, I mean they give nice clicky sound, but
That's it.
no
It's it.
feedback at all.
There's click, 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 and click after click after click. Yet nothing is changing. Like there's nothing happening. I feel like
Yeah,
I'm picking the same pin,
there's no action on
11
the floor.
times.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's the thing that I lets you know that you have forward movement. That little tiny bit of core movement happens whenever you get everything into the milling. So that like lets you know like, oh, okay, I'm making progress. Yet I've been picking at this thing for freaking 7 minutes now, and I still have not had that core movement.
I feel like you can easily overset these barrel pins. That's bad.
The funny thing is about it is that they say that when you're in this stage where we're at right now, where you're picking them like tapered pins, where you pick stuff over and over again, that it's next to impossible to overset. So why am I so special that I overset it every damn time?
Yeah, me too. And
What am I
I
doing so out of the ordinary that I can overset it so easily?
guess it
I like
depends
what
on the
Lady
lock.
Locks just said. Like, remember, YouTube is the final product.
You're not wrong, man. But I could pick a Gold Z. I could pick an ASA 700. This purple belt lock is just beating my ass. I've been picking. These are the two locks that I've been working on. The ASA 700 restricted, or ASA 700 max plus restricted. ASA maximum plus restricted. Jesus, can't get it out. And the ASA twin combi. They're basically the same right now because I pulled out the side pins on this. It's just 6 pins that are barrels. I should be able to open these, yet I cannot. They're
I'm really
beyond my
thinking
skill level.
about progressively pinning the Sruko 500 with the barrels. Just pin it up from the back, see what happens.
I did progressively pin this. I just put in the 6th pin today.
Oh,
Picking it with 3 pins, easy, no problem. Picking it with 4 pins, easy, no problem. 5
then
pins, it's a little difficult. You mess around, you pick around, things fall into the false set, then you pick them. It's fine. Put the 6th pin in today, and it becomes unpickable.
huh?
Oh, I've run into that before. I've got this American Lock 3650 here with a Hager H1 core. This has 7 of those anti-bump pins in it. I was having a hell of a time with it. I was able to get up to 6 pins, but when I added that 7th pin, it was just like it became unpickable. I reverse progressive pinned it. So I started with pin 7 with just 1 pin and then worked my way back the other way, and that helped out a lot with that.
That's actually a good idea. Maybe I should pull this out
And I
take
got to
out the
contribute
back
that
pin.
to Lady Locks because she shared that on one of the live streams I was on, and she was like, "Hey, do this." I was like, "Hey, that was a great idea."
Thank you. I'm going to give that a try right now. Where's my... Okay, I have too much stuff out right now.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
getting nowhere with this lock.
Amen, brother.
Let's just get it and pin it up to 3 pins, I think. See what happens.
Grab my travel gutting kit that I got from 44 Delta. Boom. Okay. Crap, I forgot I took the tweezers out.
Yeah, I think I'm going to set mine up for progressive pinning as well because I do want to start in with that ESA Abloy as well.
Which asset are you gonna try?
Oh, the same one you got.
Oh, really? Nice.
The elbow's starting in with me a little bit, so I got to give it a rest from picking.
I wonder, did you buy your ASA from eBay?
Yep.
That's so funny because I had it in my basket for like weeks and I didn't pull the trigger on it, and then all of a sudden it was gone. And I'm like, oh man, I bet you bought it because he got another one and I bought it. The
That
same guy
was,
got another one.
let's see here. I got it from, let me load up eBay here real quick. And he actually messaged me asking if he wanted me to pin it. And I'm like, yeah, I'm doing this for Lock Sport, and he gave me one that had decent pinning in it. I kind of wish he was a little bit nicer with it, but it was one of those where it's like, okay, I'm gonna give you a challenge. Let's see here, let me go history. I buy too many locks. I got it from Lavender Locksmith, and that was on August 14th. I got it.
Oh, you freaking.
And that's the fitting he gave me. That first pen.
Ah,
It's like, yay!
okay, my eBay.
I think someone's at the door.
Yep, that's my dog.
That's out there, but
Oh, of course, I have to go into YouTube and tell them that it's me so that I can get into my stupid eBay. Um, purchase history. There we go. There it is.
come on, Lexi.
Lavender Locksmith.
Come on, Jax.
That's so funny.
Come on, Jaxie Bear. Come
We
on,
both
Bubba.
bought from the
Come on,
same
Lexi.
guy.
Jax, Jax,
And I
come on.
actually
Jax.
was hating on you whenever you bought it
Come on,
because
baby.
I was like, oh man, I wanted to buy that. There's my key. He also hooked me up a little bit. He asked me if I wanted it to be, a high-low or whatever. Am I still connected? Can everybody hear me?
Oh yeah, loud and clear.
Oh, jeez.
Yep, can
It
see and
got
hear. I was
quiet.
muted there for a moment.
It got quiet all of a sudden. I'm like, hey, am I busted?
I was putting my gloves on, so I muted my mic so I didn't blow into my mic there, and it was like, yeah, no, that was a decent bidding he gave you there. A little brutal at the end there with that high low.
Yeah. It's funny that we buy from the same guys online. All right, let's get this thing pinned up. We'll go 4 pins from the front this time instead of 4 pins from the back. We'll give that a try.
And I'm getting good at removing these clips lately.
Go Pete.
Finally.
Go Pete.
All right, let's get this pinned up. Okie dokie. Here's 6 and 5. There's another thing I really love from 44 Delta. These freaking little mini pinning trays to store pins in are a game changer. To be able to have 8 locks partially gutted and keep them organized. Oh, it's so nice.
Yeah, I gotta get a couple of those.
I'm gonna pull them from the back.
Oh, so I guess this doesn't have finger pins in it.
No,
It
no.
just has
The
the barrel pins.
yep. The twin or the ASA Maximum Plus Restricted is very similar to the twin or the combi in that it has that sidebar cut on the key, but they're made for internal doors where they have the twin on the outside door and then the restricted on the inside door because they're cheaper,
Ah,
but uses the same key.
all right, yes, I might start working on this guy then because I thought I was holding off on it because I thought there were finger pins in it, and I was like, oh, but yeah, if that's just barrel pins
Yeah,
in it,
it's a
yeah, I might.
purple belt. It's a purple belt lock.
Yes, I might start working on this one then. Yay, I can start working. I got purple belt I can work with. Looks like there's counter milling in it too, which is going to be fun.
Yes, there is, and it's unusual. Let's put it that way.
All right, so actually, what I think I might do with this guy, seeing that there's no finger pins, I think I'm going to do grub screws on. Can I do grub screws on this?
You might be able to. The plate comes
Ugh.
off quite easily. Let me get this back together and I'll show you.
Yeah, the problem though is that you got some of the barrel pins that are really long, and that's not going to play nicely with grub screw because you lose a bit of space when you do the grub screwing on these.
You do. I'll show you how easy it is to gut it from the top if you want to. Because even without grub screwing, you can still gut it from the top.
Yeah,
Because that plate actually comes out quite easily. You just got to take a pick or something thin and kind of wedge it between here in the front. You put a pick here in the front, you kind of work it back. Let me use this one. This is the one that I used.
Oh man, look at that counter milling there. Wow.
You just put something here in the front and push back on the plate. It'll move back a little bit, and then you can grab it from the back. Just make sure to put your finger over the top here so that the
yeah.
springs don't shoot out the top. But the plate removes pretty easily. So
Yeah, counter milling on this is pretty good. Let me see if I can zoom in here a bit.
go. Okay. Progressive pinning the other way.
So it's sleeved and there are like these threading, or I'm not sure what that is. But yeah. Holy crap. This lock is well built.
Yeah, so the counter milling on this is pretty decent. Okay, back to close. Let's go to prop. Let's see how close I can get. I can test my camera to the max.
Yep, that's standard ASA. Ooh, wait. Is what's up with chamber number one? Is there a pin still in it?
Oh yeah,
Or
there's a pin in there. Yeah.
okay, I was like, wait a second. One's milling looks different. Yep, that's standard ASA barrel milling. My I have a Medico biaxial and a Medico M3 that both have that same milling in the core, and each of them has one barrel up top. Doesn't make them hard to pick or anything. It's just one single barrel. I don't know. I don't know what the heck they were thinking.
Dang, these barrels will look evil. Holy crap.
Let's zoom in on you.
Oh yeah, I'm cutting it. I'm not sure you can see anything. I'm not pushing this one through OBS, so I'm not sure if I can change the focus on this one.
Yeah, it's no big deal.
I don't think you guys have seen anything. Just got this one and we'll take a look at the pins afterwards.
Yep, let me know when you're done and we'll zoom in
Sure.
or put you on full screen anyway.
I gotta get some those 44 Delta pins because I like doing progressive pinning on mine. And currently, right now, I just have this little Sparrows mat that I keep my pins on. But I work from my desk here. This is my programming station, lock lab station. I do some jewelry works. I do some of that here. So it's like I'm always afraid I'm going to knock those off to the side.
Well, that's what I used to do. I used to have a couple pinning mats, and I would put whatever on it, and I would take masking tape and just put it over top of the pins, so that if I ever knocked it over or whatever, that they wouldn't go flying everywhere. But
That's a good
this
idea.
this dresser, I mean, such a good idea. Has 8 slots and 8. You get 8 trays to go in it. So cool. And they're all upside down. I also put masking tape on that so that they didn't fall out. Because my cat's always jumping up and freaking knocking over my lock stuff.
I don't allow my cat in my room. She used to come in. She would lay on top of my computer, and she overheated my computer one too many times.
I wish I could get her the hell out of here, but she got hurt the day that I moved into this place, and she doesn't like leaving the kitchen now.
Mm.
Yeah, she ended up jumping and got skewered on a cabinet handle.
Oh,
Really weird. Yeah, it was a weird freak accident. She tried jumping up on the counter and ended up falling and like skewered herself on it. Ended up having emergency surgery to frickin' stitch her back together. So,
oh, poor little thing.
yep, it was a day we moved in. I was like acting like a 5-year-old. We bought the place, and me and my wife were like, okay, well, let's go back and we'll pack and we'll get ready to start moving. I'm like, that we own the place now. We can do whatever we want. Let's just go sleep there. And she's like, oh, okay, we could do that. And we just grabbed, some pillows and blankets and our cat and our puppy that we had just gotten and slept on the floor. And I went to work the next morning, and she called frantic like a half an hour into my work day because cat got skewered.
Ooh.
Yeah, that was a nice emergency vet visit.
Come on, let's sit down.
Guess what? I think I should have taken out more pins. I think I still have too many pins in here because this is a pain in the butt still. It must be this pin number 1. There must be something. I wonder what. Look at the key. It is a pretty high lift in pin number 1. Maybe I'm just not lifting it high enough. Who all is in the chat still? Looks like P Dubs is here, Samu Sushi, Odin, and Stu, of course.
So barrel pins are supposed to be symmetric, right? So it doesn't matter in which direction you plug them back into the
No, they're supposedly symmetrical unless they're like worn on one end, which is possible. You never know.
Oh.
I'm gonna be honest with you. You got yours from Yagius, so I wouldn't put it past him to have put brand new barrels in.
Yeah, these look like brand new ones.
Yeah, that actually makes sense. Iron Creation is here. How about that? Man of the Pink Hand. That's something I have to do after I get off the live today. I need to freaking make my recording for um, Yabu's giveaway. Keep forgetting. What else do I have to do? I have to do Yabu and Isamu Sushi. It's funny. For the video for Isamu Sushi, he wants to know what got you into doing YouTube, Lock Sport on YouTube, and it was exactly that, giveaways. I did, 2 videos, I think, on my YouTube because I started my YouTube in 2007, and I had started it because I had a ferret at the time. Actually, I had 2 ferrets, and I planned on doing funny ferret videos. I was
Oh,
like, I don't know, in my mid 20s or something, and I never did it. Not a single video did I make, and I used it and did 2 videos. I did my yellow belt submission, and then I did my 200K club submission for the Paclock 98 Pro. Were the only 2 videos that I had ever done, and stumbled on Lady Locks, and then Stu was doing a giveaway. It was like Big Fast and Dirty, and Lock Picking Hippie was doing a giveaway. And there was like, I don't know, 4 guys or 5 guys that were all doing a giveaway at the same time. And I'm like, holy crap, all these guys are giving stuff away. I should do something. And I did, and it was terrible. Um, but I did it, and it was fun to do. And I was like, huh, I guess maybe I'll do this. So now I do it.
it was kind of
Can't wait
similar with
till
mine. I
if
wanted
I
to do
watched
a.
your. Yep, go
Oh
ahead.
yeah. Hey, go ahead.
I was saying I actually watched your video, and yeah, we all get started in very similar fashions.
Yeah, I was really into kind of like doing the woodworking YouTubers and all that. And I was like, oh, I want to do my own woodworking channel because I love woodworking. I love working with my hands. I've got a shop that I built out in my garage, and I got to still do a few things with it to make it better. But ran into situations where it's like I don't have the time to do all the woodworking I want to be doing. So it's like got into Locksport, and it's like, ooh, Locksport is really fun, and got into doing some of the YouTube videos for similar things with the Lockpickers United belt system, the 200K, some giveaways. I'm like, oh, I'm really enjoying doing this. And so, yeah, and kind of the same. The first videos, you always feel like, oh, those are the okay ones.
That said, I can hear like my air conditioning in the background, and it's like what I did was I had a ruler, and I just stuck it in between a stack of books, and I just balanced my phone on top of the ruler, and that's my God, I can't believe it. Just the goofy thing that I did. Not that my current setup is all that much better. It's just a car um, drink holder phone holder thing, like in a drink holder in your car, where you put like
Yeah.
a phone holder in it. It's one of those, inside of a one of my wife's scented candles, and it's just up there holding my phone.
Hey, if it works.
Hey, that's exactly one of these days I'll set up because I had my wife get me maybe I don't know a month ago or so. I was like, just find me a crappy used laptop and just buy it, and I'm gonna start streaming from the laptop instead of my phone. And eventually we'll buy a vlogging camera and do that, but it's not a huge priority now since technically what I'm doing is working.
One thing that I found, because
Uh,
I used to use my phone, and I went out and I bought this new cam. It's the Logitech MX Brio. It had a good price tag with it, and I was like, okay, I can do 4K videos and all that, and I can't really run it at 4K because 4K is 30 frames per second, and it's like it doesn't really work that well at that. So, the cell phones are almost just as good, if not better, than doing like the bigger type cameras in that, I think.
Yep, I buy for quality. It probably is just as good. The problem is that I use my phone all day at work, and then I come home and have to do a live stream that's 3 hours long. So by the time we get to this point, I'm doing what I'm doing right now, and I'm getting underneath my kitchen table to plug in my phone.
Yeah, one reason why I moved away from my phone was I used IV Cam because I used my computer to do the recording, and so I was using IV Cam to connect my phone camera to my computer, but I was getting lag times with it over the Wi-Fi because I have just so much on my home Wi-Fi network. I have everything like on the echoes and all that. I got those in every room, all my lights, everything's smart now. And so it's like I gotta do a direct connection to my computer because this lag is killing me.
Makes sense. Yep, mine is battery. It's I mean, it's an iPhone 13, and the battery's I don't know, like 85% healthy according to Apple. But whenever I'm hosting, the screen needs to be on, and it's doing its thing. After 3 hours of the screen being on and streaming, it's
Oh
hurting
yeah.
for battery. It actually just beeped at me a couple minutes ago. That's why I had to plug it in because I was at 10%. Nola, get out of here with that talk. Him and his droid talk. You know
I'm
your
gonna say no
droid is
comment on
Skynet.
that.
Your droid is Skynet, man. Actually,
I mean,
the
Androids are superior. I mean,
they may be. I like Apple because all of my family's devices are all connected. If I want to check on my kids, I just look at my phone and it has GPS on it. If I want to work on something, at home on my iPad, I can do that. I can check it out on my phone. I can look at it on my Apple Watch. Everything's all connected together, and it's nice. But the latest iPhone I see has AI built in. So technically, if anything's going to be Skynet, it's probably frickin' Apple.
oh, even Androids have the AI built into them nowadays. I mean, that's more of a software rather than a hardware application.
Oh no, it's going to happen.
That's actually one of the big projects I have at work right now is implementing the Microsoft AI on our campus.
What was it? Genesis is Skynet.
Yeah, Genesis is the Google Skynet. Copilot's the Microsoft one.
I was talking about the Terminator thing. The last Terminator movie,
Yeah.
they had
Yep. Genesis.
Genesis, which was like an iPad, and it's like Genesis is Skynet. Like,
You know, I watch it. And I never made that connection on that one. That's a good one.
I'm
I
a
gotta
weird.
remember that one for work.
If I'm a weird sci-fi guy.
Well, I mean, they make a lot of sense. I mean, AI is there to recognize patterns, right? So they can't just really send out all your data somewhere and analyze it. They will do it live on your phone. So if the AI detects a pattern, it can just flag an alert. That's it. And also in terms of Google, they are already using like those AI or optimized CPUs, so they have hardware for that.
You guys are a lot smarter than me when it comes to freaking high-tech stuff. That's for sure.
Well, on my end, I'm also working with phones and at my at the company where I work at. So this is part of my everyday job.
I just what I do is like my company is a tool and die machine shop. So basically, I just take all the incoming blueprints from customers on what they want, and I'll determine how we're going to make it, how it's going to run through the shop, what machines it's going to be run on, and how it's going to be made, and then how much it will cost to do that.
Oh, very
And that's what
cool.
I do. Yeah. I went from that from being a machinist on the floor, so it was a pretty natural transition to go from actually making parts to going in and deciding how parts would be made. So it's a little bit like sales because I determine how much it's going to cost, but it's a little bit like engineering because I decide what machines it's going to be on and how it's going to be made and how long it's going to take. And it's a lot of fun. Okay, we got the false set. So
The
we got to
barrels?
jiggle. Yep, we got to
Nice.
jiggle and see what needs to be bumped. So we got, let's change picks. Nope, not that pick. That pick. Okay, so there's 4. No
I put
jiggle.
in
So
three barrels, 5 to 3 is installed. No circlip in the back, so I wrote on front of the Scandinavian oval, don't pull.
yep,
So
correct.
1 second, don't pull it.
I usually I make little clips out of spring steel that I replace mine with.
That's very smart.
I would show you, except I don't want to stop because I feel like I'm making progress here.
Yeah, you showed them a while back, so I
Oh
remember.
yeah, you know what I did. They're real easy to make. You're just making them out of. It's the same steel that I use to make tensioners and all kinds of crap. Okay, one feels good. 2 is jiggly.
I wish I could get a false set here. I just feel nothing inside this lock.
3 is jiggly. 4 is solid. Good. So it's 4.
Not sure why I'm still wearing my gloves.
Keep them warm. Oh boy. Yeah. It might be because I'm tired, but I just can't feel these barrel pins.
Okay, there's two. I think that maybe my problem might be that pin number one is a pretty high lift.
Oh,
And I think that I might not be pushing it high enough. I don't know. That's pretty damn high that I'm up there.
Awesome mission move. Looking forward to watching it.
Oh, open.
open. Nicely done.
Congrats.
Okay, that's with 4 pins. So well, let's open it frickin' 10 more times. Hopefully by next week, this time when I come on this live, I will be opening this lock with all 6 pins in it. Man, thank you so much for that advice, actually. That was really good advice. I greatly appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. Lady Locke shared that with me, and it really was a great piece of advice.
Yes, it is. I'll tell you, she's got some gems for certain. She helped me out with my ASA 700, my very first black belt lock. She gave me advice. I didn't take it. I learned a valuable lesson. So I learned the hard way, but still. I went on her. My very first live was with her.
Yeah, she's very, very helpful. She
Yeah.
DM'd me regarding the rejected purple belt videos. I should probably be doing a third one this week. A third attempt at gin spools. The problem was that the lock just basically disappeared from the view, from the camera view.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
you are not supposed to do that if you want to film for purple belt, especially
You are correct.
gin spools, because those have like a special type of restriction. Oh,
Yeah, you have to show which direction they're coming out of the Bible.
exactly. So you need to show them the orientation of the gins. You know, if they are face down, they are easier to pick. So you need to show the orientation.
Yeah, I gotta finish up my blue belt. I just gotta do the challenge lock for that, and then want to work on my purple belt. This is the first purple belt lock I'm attempting, so that's cool.
That is part of lock sport that I avoided. I didn't want to make a challenge lock. I was like, it's stupid. I just want to pick locks. So I did, and I ended up stalled out at green belt I was opening red belt locks. I had opened my first black belt lock. I was still a green belt picker. So it's really good that you're not making that mistake that I did. That was
That's so funny because I was really looking forward to making a challenge lock.
I've made my own. I've been making my own security pins for a while now, and I really enjoy doing that work. Um, I just haven't done anything with like modifying the core or anything like that. Um, I gotta take a look and see, exactly what the requirements are for the challenge lock at the blue belt level. Like if it's just the security pins, or if I have to do something with the core.
you have to make 6 modifications. So if it's a 5-pin lock, the 5 pins, and then one other modification. So like a counter mill or if you like etch or engrave the lock body with your name or whatever, or the lock name, that counts as a modification. But
Oh,
it's 6 modifications.
Yeah.
awesome! So that might, I might. Okay, cool. So the lock that I'm giving away, my giveaway might qualify for that, because that's got
Remember,
5 custom security pins I can engrave.
Yep, if
nice.
you would do that, it probably would count. Yeah.
Remember, you can also modify the key pins, but carefully. If you have
Oh
a
yeah,
custom made key, just make sure that it fits correctly. Because I made the mistake that I modified the key pins after I made a custom key for my lock.
All right,
Because the lock
awesome.
because the lock that I used never had a key. So first I had to pick the lock to open it up, and then got it, and then take out everything that was inside. I modified the key pins and made new driver pins for the challenge lock. Also a 3D pre-printed housing using resin and even a special holder. I think, yeah, I sent it to Loose Shirt to pick it. So he
Well,
enjoyed that one.
all right, awesome. Yeah, because what I'll probably do is I've got extra. I've been making my own security pins for a bit now, so it's like here's some hourglass pins that I made, and I've got some other really funky ones in here. So probably throw a lock together and engrave it, or do a couple of things and send that out. Cool. I thought I had to do a little bit more with that. So awesome. That is good to know.
I was who was I watching? Tinny. I was watching Tinny make rattlesnake pins. That would be cool to make. Those look pretty interesting.
Yeah,
Oh, I
you
want
can
to do that. And who was it? I forgot who made the comment on one of my posts on YouTube about doing rattlesnake pins in the skiff. I want to do that now.
I don't know, but Tinny has a really good video on making rattlesnake pins. It looks
I
like a
think
lot
that
of
was
fun, but
Stu that made that comment.
I have one suggestion there, but before you make any advanced driver pins, just try it out with normal driver pins that you make, like standard ones, and then spools or whatever. See that your lock perfectly works with those, and
Oh,
then move on
definitely.
to 1, 2, 3, and the advanced ones. Because the thing is, the key. I mean, when you put in the key, there's a probability that if you try to pull the key out, it might get stuck if the driver pins are too long or things like that.
Oh
So,
yeah. And
so
yeah, I've started doing grub screws on my practice locks because of that. Because I was running into a problem with some of that. All right, well, I gotta jump off for the night. So it was great talking to you all.
yeah, I think I'm also calling it a day.
beautiful.
Thanks,
That's
Ray.
actually that's really funny. I literally just came back from muting myself because my wife's like, "Hey, pizza's here." So that's really funny. Hey guys, thank you so much for coming on with me. It was great hanging out with you. It's I feel like you guys are doing me a favor, helping me out, but it really is a lot of fun hanging out with you guys. It's just like hanging around at around the table with your buddies, man. It really is a good time. So
Oh yeah,
thanks
this
for
is the highlight of my week.
It definitely is.
all right. Now let's see
Later,
who's
all.
still left. Yep. Catch you later, Bump. Thanks so much.
All right, I'll leave as well. Well, see you guys.
All right. So we got Unhinged is still here, I think. Isamu Sushi, Nola. Thanks for coming as always. I appreciate it. You're one of my mods that's always here helping out. I greatly appreciate it. Iron Creation, also always here supporting the channel. Thank you so much. Is there anybody still here that I'm missing? Because there are 9 people watching, so there's definitely some lurkers. Anybody want to shout out? Anybody? Anybody? Going once? Going twice? All right. Anyway, thank you so much, everybody who came and joined us on this live. It was a lot of fun. Just a heads up, anybody that wants to come join us, the link's in the description of all my videos. Just come on. You don't have to show your face for sure. I mean, and even if you don't have a setup for locks, you can just come on and just talk to us. You know what I mean? You can be a black screen, doesn't matter. Just come hang out with us and say hello and get involved with the community because it's community's a great community to belong to. So anyway, what else? What else? What else? This week is going to be my last. This one actually, my last pin going into this Packlock 98 Pro for my progressive pinning series. So we are going to move on after that last one, and we are going to, I think, move on to this lock that I'm working on right here because I think that this one is pretty pervasive to getting people into the higher security locks. This is an ASA maximum plus restricted, basically the same as an ASA 600 with barrel split. So really common for people to go and learn how to pick barrels on this thing. So I think we're going to move on to this. Unless somebody has something else that they'd rather me do. So I'm always around. Hit me up on Discord if you have any suggestions, something that you want to see, something you want to see done next. Other than that, I'll see everybody next week. Thank you so much for joining me, and have a wonderful